And we're back. I always forget that Megalovania kind of just ends. It just kind of stops. There's a couple of songs that just kind of end in the middle of it. You have like a 4-bar long like riff, and then they just do 2 bars and it's over. I'm a big fan of the songs from like the 80s, where at the end of the song, they just loop the chorus forever, and then it fades out. It was more of a slide down than a fade out, but you know what I mean. Like, you got, what's the name of that song? Don't Stop Believing. That one just kind of fades out at the end. Final Countdown, I think, also just has a fade out. This is a great example because I do not remember any examples. You guys ever have a thing where you're like, oh, I know this thing happens all the time. I know this is something that occurs fairly regularly, but for some reason, right now, I can't come up with a single example of it. This is so annoying, because sometimes you'll be talking to someone who does, like, annoying stuff. And you'll be like, you do this annoying thing all the time. And they'll be like, when have I done it? And you know that they do it, but you do not remember when they do it. You guys know what I'm talking about? Am I going insane? I feel like I was going... This is such a weird sentence, but I did feel like I was going insane when I was cleaning the staircase of my apartment building. I'm gonna talk about that more as we, like, actually play video games. Today we're playing Elden Ring. We're gonna do something I've been wanting to do for a bit. We are gonna be doing Elden Ring, but it is hammers only. This is meant to be a lot easier of a challenge run than we've done before. In the past, we've done bow only, shield only. We don't talk about shield only. We did fist weapons only. This is gonna be a lot easier of a challenge run than we've done in the past, but this is mostly just to have an excuse to play Elden Ring. So, let's go over to, that's the wrong place. Let's go over here. Why did I change the name of the scenes? Why did I think it was a good idea to change the scene names? And let's just go over to eldenring.exe. Sometimes... Oh, excuse me. Hold on, I gotta clear my throat. Sometimes, video games will have a different name for the exe file than the actual name of the video game. And I think my funniest example I have ever seen of that is Ark Survival Evolved. I think it's the same with Ark Survival Ascended, where in the game exe is just called Shooter Game, which I think is the default name for Unreal Engine if you're making something there. And also, I feel like I'm crazy because I don't like Unreal Engine. I have played Unreal Engine games that look really good. I have played Unreal Engine games that look very nice, and I have played Unreal Engine games that run very well. I have not played an I'm talking about Unreal Engine 5, by the way. I have not played an Unreal Engine 5 game that looks good and runs good. They either look really good but run like ass, or they run really well but they don't look as good as they should. Like, I feel the issue with Unreal Engine is that they go for like maximum fidelity, but they don't care too much about art style. I've said this before, this might be somewhat of a hot take, but I think one of the best looking games of all time is Genshin Impact. Not because it's super high fidelity, super high quality textures, insane polygon count, but just because it has a very nice art style, and they always like keep expanding on that art style. Like recently with the moon map, they really did a lot of sci-fi stuff, which they have done before, but not to this degree. And I think they did a very good job of rendering it with the same art style the game has always had, but still having a distinct contrast between the sci-fi and the fantasy. There's always been sci-fi in Genshin Impact, but they really stepped up the game there. And speaking of stepping up the game, we're gonna start a new one. This is Elden Ring, like I just said. This is hammers only. There is a weapon in Elden Ring that is called the hammer, and I really want that. Problem is, you gotta get to the fucking, you gotta get to the royal capital. You gotta get to Leyndell to even get the hammer. So, I'm not sure if there's a sequence break you can do to get it earlier, but that means we are stuck with not having the only moral weapon in the game available to us. So I thought to myself, well, we'll just use, until we get to the hammer, we'll just use another weapon that also has hammer in the name. The earliest one of those you can get is in Stormvale Castle, which means we have to beat Margit? Is that his name? I don't really remember. Which means we have to get another weapon in the hammer class first to be able to get there. Now, we are lucky in the sense that the wretch starts with a club, which is a hammer. However, is a hammer weapon we can get without having to attack anything. There is a hammer type weapon we can get earlier, which is better than the club, so we're not going to pick the wretch. Instead, we're going to pick whoever has the most strength, which I think is the vagabond? I was looking at mine there, sorry. It's the hero, it looks like, has the most strength. At 16. I remember when this game came out, everyone was playing the samurai. They started with, like, the katana and the bow. I have never tried the samurai, but from what I've heard, they're, like, one of the strongest classes. A lot of vigor, little mind, good endurance and strength, low dexterity. I think 9 dexterity is actually exactly what we need for the first hammer. I think the hero is just gonna be what we want, and this is gonna be I don't want to call you MC Hammer. That feels a little too close. This is all based, by the way. Rudy, welcome in. How you doing? Magic Missile? Read the stream title, lil bro. We're doing hammers. We're Oonga Boongaing. I feel like Oonga Boonga would be more like club mode. We're just going hammers in general. How you doing, Rudy X? Does the X imply that you're the 10th Rudy? And there's like 9 Rudys before you? And also, how many Rudys after you? New rule, by the way, for the Elden Ring stream, if you do not have the Raging Wolf Helm, I will view you as subhuman. Okay, that might be going a little hard. What if we just called you, like, Bald Man, and then I embrace my inner old manness? Was there any keepsake that was, like, actually good? Stone Sword Key is nice. I think I'm just gonna go Golden Sea. We just go as default as possible. The joke here is that this guy's gonna look a lot like Northern Lion. Rudy, what have you been up to lately? What video games have you been playing? What video games have you consumed? Okay, hold on. Hair. Let's go no hair. Some video games... A lot of video games has bold be like the #1. Actually, I also think we're just done with character customization. I think just being bold is enough. Look at those polygons, dude. A lot of video games have bald not be the first hairstyle, which is weird, because like if you had to pick like this is the basic hairstyle #1, I think bald just kind of has to be it. Honestly, I think that's all we're gonna do. It's Bald Man and he doesn't have any hair. Seems like you're trying to get stressed already? What? Huh? Wait, what do you mean? Homie, I'm relaxed. I am chilled out. Why are you talking about stress-induced baldness? I've been playing Mugenics. Rudy, you might not know about this, but it was like a 6-week period where I couldn't play video games, let me tell you. I was at home, and I was like, what video game do I want to play? What game do I want to play? Okay, and I am immediately using the wrong controls. Unequip that, because we are not going to be using anything that's not a hammer. No! I don't remember the control. I remember how to roll, and I remember how to punch. That's going to be the only thing we need. If I press the A button instead of the Y button one more time, you are legally allowed to throw me out the window. No, I was at home and I was like, what video game am I gonna play? And I started playing Mugenics. And I got to the tutorial and I beat the first fight, and then I got to like the second fight in the tutorial, and like 2 moves in to the fight, my screens, like both of my monitors became black. And every fan in my computer went like maximum volume. I was like, that's weird, but I could still hear the game audio. So I restarted my computer, went back into it, back into Mugenics, into the exact same like space in the game, exact same round, exact same like enemy behavior and everything, and monitors went black, fans in my PC went at maximum volume. To make a long story short, my GPU was dead. But, luckily, I had insurance on it. I did get my GPU, I did get a new GPU for free. No, actually, they gave me my money back, and I bought a different GPU. The point is, it took 6 weeks to get my money back. It took them 6 weeks to get my money. Hey, little bro, just kill me. Oh, wait, shit. Oh, I have vibration on my controller. Oh, shit. That scared me. I didn't expect that vibration on. Beep boop, I'm a robot. Lulu, you do not have the Raging Wolf helmet equipped, but I am glad you're honest with yourself about your robotness. I was trying to find, like, what is humanity, but for robots. Like, humans have humanity. What do robots have? Ingenuity? We can't do the tutorial dungeon. I'm not sure why we would want to do it, actually. But we can't do it because we don't have a hammer, and doing the tutorial does require us to kill stuff. First hammer available is in the Weeping Peninsula. It is the morning star, which in Latin would be Lucifer. It's kind of fucked up if you don't really think about it at all. Also, wait, hold on. No, hold. I do not remember how to play Elden Ring. First of all, we gotta get the flask situation sorted out. And then put all of it into red. We are red boys today. I think it's really funny. In Elden Ring, you can start with a stone sword key. Immediately in the game, you are faced with a place you can use a stone sword key. But you need 2. Like, if you start the game with a stone sword key, you can walk over here, put in the key, and it's just gone. And you gotta find a second one to actually get any use out of it. I think it's such a funny way of doing things. Genuinely getting traumatized by a game? Are you talking about my computer exploding, or are you talking about you got to, like, the Act 3 boss of Mugenics? I have not played any more Mugenics since, by the way, and it's not because I'm scared. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of the kitty cats exploding my computer again. I just wasn't that big a fan of Mugenics. Do you have any idea how nice it is to play a game with no upscaling, by the way? Do you have any idea how nice it is to play a game that doesn't have, like, AI upscaling? Also, I haven't checked the graphics. Where's the graphics settings? Which... it's probably the computer. Ray tracing. What if we did maximum ray tracing? Custom quality. Maximum. Depth of field. No more. Oh shit, wait, it might actually remember my settings. Is the ray tracing on? We're just gonna leave it like this. I remember I tried to stream the DLC. I didn't realize I had the ray tracing on maximum, and it killed my frame rate. I did that, the computer exploding. I bet my rule is, if it's working, don't change the settings. That is me when it comes to software. I do not update software if it is working. I did update OBS, because apparently that makes it so you can use better the enhanced broadcasting, and it actually worked. But I do not update software if it works. If the software is working, I don't touch that shit. Now, usually that means that an update, like, eventually gets deprecated and it stops working. But, at that point, I do update it. By the way, can we talk to Ronnie already, or... No, I think you need to get Torrent before you can talk to Ronnie. We're just gonna run past everything. We're gonna get Torrent, we're gonna go to the Weeping Peninsula, and we are gonna get our first hammer. Like NVIDIA? I had an issue, actually, when I got my 5070 Ti. I wanted to update the drivers, and I just couldn't update the drivers. Like, NVIDIA Control Panel or NVIDIA Experience or whatever it was called just could not update my drivers. And the only way I found to actually update my drivers was I needed to go and uninstall NVIDIA Experience or Control Panel or whatever the fuck it was called. And I needed to go and I needed to download something called the NVIDIA app. And that thing could update my drivers. And, I've always had, like, issues with NVIDIA Experience or Control Panel or whatever it was called. Like, it would always, like, not work properly. It would be really slow. It'd be a bunch of bullshit with it. But I've heard a lot of people, including, like, the people who fixed my graphics card, say that the NVIDIA Control Panel was better than the current NVIDIA app. I gotta say, I feel the NVIDIA app is better than the NVIDIA Control Panel. I've had less issues with it. Okay, let us... Do I remember how to do this? We want down to be Torrent. And then you... How did you choose which one to use? There's a button you have to... It probably says it here, actually. How do I use the... Ow. Hold on. How do I use the pouch? It's not hold down. Also, we should unequip. Unequip the axe. We're not gonna be using that. That's a coward's weapon. There's a weapon of the cowards. How did you open the POW? Oh, it's the Y button. Oh, right, and sprint is not R1. I have been playing, last game I played that actually used the controller to play was, Monster Hunter Wild. I'm in a weird situation where the last game I've been playing a lot of is Pal World. So sometimes I use, like, the Pal World button. How do you jump off? No, how? No, how? How? Okay. L3. So half of the time, I'm doing, like, Pal World inputs. And the other half of the time, I'm doing Monster Hunter Wild inputs. Which means we're probably gonna struggle a lot when we actually have to, like, fight something, but whatever, we'll deal with it. Not the Pal World? I can't anymore? Wait, what's wrong with the Pal World? Also, that is a cute little kitty. Oh, right. Hold on, we got this fool. I am aware that, Tarnished Edition is coming out. I gotta be honest with you, I'm not really sure what's in Tarnished Edition, but we are gonna be playing that as well. It has torrent customization, like you can get outfits for torrent. And it has 2 new classes, which I am not really sure what they do. I know one of them has like a light greatsword or whatever it's called. Back in the day, we just called those like bastards. Oh, right. Hello. How you doing, big boy? How's it going? Don't kill me, please. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. And apparently it's got some other stuff too. We are gonna be checking it out when it comes out, but I think that's not until like next month. Raven, how you doing? Jedi. No, this is not Star Wars. Raven, have you been playing Pal World? Rudy seems to have some opinions on Pal World that they are reluctant to share. But how you guys doing? Raven, you were in Boba's stream earlier today, right? I'm pretty sure I saw you in chat and said hello. I'm doing alright. How about yourself? I am doing pretty good. I don't have Pal World. The question wasn't if you legally own it. The question was if you've played it. You said lightsaber? No, I said light greatsword. Which is kinda what Kylo Ren was rocking. I did like in the new trilogy that Kylo Ren had like a different lightsaber and it kinda fought differently with it. Like he had a, how do you say this, like a slower moveset with it and stuff. I liked that. But I also disliked pretty much everything about the new trilogy. I thought it was really fucking bad. I got to see The Last Jedi for free in the movie theater because I was in the army when it came out. And we got like free movie tickets. And I feel like I got scammed. I fucking hated The Last Jedi. I thought it was really bad. What is it that makes it so we can't get the Ronnie event anymore, by the way? We should go. You know what? Fair game. I didn't think that thing could shoot that accurately. No. Also, the war pick these guys are carrying is technically a hammer weapon. Are you the Great EP? You're a stone sword key. But we are not going to be using the war pick because 1, we need to kill them. How are we going to kill them without a hammer? And 2, there is a hammer weapon right down this hill. That was why I asked Boba if breeding was normal in Pal World. I don't honestly know anything about the game. Breeding in Pal World has always been a strange thing to me. Shout out to the Team Fortress 2 YouTuber, Great Blue. No, breeding in Pal World is kind of interesting. Because early game, you need to spend a lot of time and effort to just get pals to breed. But it is very, very useful because you can get some really good pals super early if you can just, you know, have them get it on. But in the late game, breeding is really fucking fast. Like, I think, honestly, the fastest way to fill out the pal decks in the end game is just have them have sex. Just have the pals make, like, 1,000,000 babies. And there we go. That is the first weapon we are actually going to be allowed to do. Actually going to be allowed to use. Let's try this out. That is the wrong. That is okay. Good thing we didn't hit him, because hitting him with a fist would not have been in the spirit of the run. Do I remember how to play Elden Ring? Why are you locked onto the wrong guy? Monster Hunter Wilds doesn't let you lock onto guys. Okay, come on. Misbegotten, that's what these guys are called, right? Okay, I gotta be honest with you, that was kind of a cool move. Whoa! Why you got some Tigrex bullshit going on? What am I? Tigrex isn't even in Monster Hunter Wilds. Playing someone's Monster Hunter Wilds, I'm starting to reference Monster Hunter Rise. Okay, this is gonna be... hold on. Jumping heavy attacks still work. You love to see it. This is gonna be our main weapon until we get to Stormveil Castle and we can actually find a weapon that has hammer in the name. And then we're gonna be using that until we get to the capital. At which point we're gonna get the greatest weapon in video game history, the hammer. Oh, Jesus Christ. I am not prepared for the dogs. Okay, well, that is death 1. I was not prepared for the controller to vibrate as much as it did. Also, hold on, let me snooze the ads first. I consider a mace like a hammer. The reason we can use the Morning Star is because if you look, hammer. This is the only reason we can use this weapon is because it is in the hammer class. But if we find a weapon that has hammer in the name, then we are required by the will of God to use that weapon instead. So for now, we are rocking the mace, but only by, like, necessity. I swear to God, turn off the vibration. Can you guys hear it? It is set to maximum. Let's turn that down. Did I say some settings will return to the title menu? Why would I need to go to the main menu to turn off controller vibration? You can't hear it? Thank God, because I was not prepared for the level of vibration. Can you drop your shield? Your shield is really good. Your shields are terrible in Elden Ring, and these guys are one of the few shields that are usable in the early game. Okay, we're not gonna fuck with the doggios. I felt like playing Elden Ring. If I was ever doing this, I was doing the wrong thing. Elden Ring was always a game to me where blocking was the wrong thing to do. I always felt like I should be dodging, and if I ever blocked, I was playing the game wrong. And I know that's not how the game is designed, but that is how I felt playing it. Okay, can we get the drop on you? If we can just kill one of you, it's gonna make it way easier to deal with the rest. Don't let them surround you. Oh, and I immediately do. And I immediately do. Thank God these aren't like the Altus Field, like, plague dogs that do like 3 million damage. You guys remember that strongest attack in Elden Ring in version 1.0 was a dog that had a hitbox that ignored invincibility frames? I started parrying. I tried to do a parrying focus run in Elden Ring, and I just kept running into situations where I couldn't riposte. Like oh, that's right, this weapon has... I kept running into situations where I couldn't riposte, which makes... I forgot that this guy takes like 5 days before he actually starts attacking. I couldn't riposte, which made parrying like unsatisfying. But shit, we actually blocked that one. I do feel like hoist break moves is a lot more satisfying in Elden Ring than parrying. But in Dark Souls 1, parrying is so fucking fun. They even let you parry the final boss. Like, the fact that you can just walk into the... I thought your combo was over. The fact that you can just walk into Gwyn's arena, and every time he tries to hit you, you just go, nuh-uh, slap his attack away with your shield, is so fucking cool. I really like it when a game lets you use all of your tools. So many games will have like, hey, you can put status effects on the enemy. You can make the enemy bleed, and you can poison, and you can do all of these stuff. Then I'm like, wow, can I do that to the bosses? No! No, you can't. Okay, well, I can do it to the enemies. Yes, but you will never need to. Here's an ability that makes it so the enemies take 2 damage every turn. Wow, does that make me kill enemies faster? No! Can I use it on a boss? No! Every boss is immune. It got boring. I love that this guy drops more than was supposed to drop. That's Sekiro, and I love it. Listen, okay? So, people love Sekiro, and that's okay. I don't like the combat in Sekiro, because, like, I think parrying is cool. I don't like it when parrying is the game. Like, to me, Sekiro is parry the platypus. No, it's parry the video game. And also, let us see if we can get the Ronnie event. I think Sekiro is a good game. It is my least favorite From Software game. Simply because I do not like that there's like no build variety. And I don't like that it is only parrying. Now, this is gonna be weird, but we're gonna play Elden Ring without doing the Ronnie questline. There's really like no purpose for us to do it. It is how we get my favorite ending in the game, but wow. It is how we get my favorite ending in the game, but at the same time, it's like... oh, we need 2! At the same time, we don't really get any mechanical benefits in this playthrough. Here's the thing that poisons the enemy. It will work on bosses? No. Talk to Melon. Has that always been there? The little icon? Like, I think Darkest Dungeon is actually really good with this. The first time I played Darkest Dungeon, the strategy... wait, is the Knights Cavalry here? The first time I played Darkest Dungeon, I had a setup with, I forget his name, but the Jester character and the Plague Doctor. Where my whole strategy when I fought a boss was put infinite bleed and infinite poison on them. And the game let me do it. Now, some bosses were immune to some of those. And some bosses were like... some bosses were really resistant to it. But I like that the game just let me, like, bleed and poison the bosses to death. Like, death of 1,000 cuts. We are gonna do, like, the whole Weeping Peninsula quest line. We're just gonna go around Weeping Peninsula. Mostly so we just get some XP for the boss fight. I forgot that this guy spawns with, like, half health. That is something you don't see enough of in video games. Spawning enemies without full health. You can use that for, like, environmental storytelling. Like, why is there this high-level enemy with, like, half health down in Weeping Peninsula? It makes you ask some questions. We're not gonna grab the jellyfish summon. We can only use summons that use hammers. And I don't remember if there are any of those in the game. You know what they're doing on Sekiro? Do you know Sekiro is getting a movie on Netflix? I have heard about this. In the sense that I have literally only heard about this. I have heard that this is a thing. I have not seen anything about it. I thought we were still in, like, I thought we were still in the phase of, like, yeah, they're making a movie, and that was all we knew. Like the Skibidi Toilet movie. We know that Michael Bay is making a Skibidi Toilet movie. And that's all we know. Hold on, how did you can dual wield, which, we are gonna need to dual wield when we get the hammer. We need to get 16 strength to, be able to use the first hammer in the game. That is with the dual, oh, two-handing it, not dual wield. Whoa! Hello, doggy. No, we need a Smithing Stone 1. I forget which dude is it you have to fight to get infinite spinning stones 1 and 2? I think it's the troll in the lake. F Fresno underscore VT. Wave Laser, I thought you meant that as like F Fresno, as in fail Fresno. As in Fresno is evil and stupid and we hate them and they should die. Why would you say that about me? Dude, you guys know the meme where they're like, girlfriends ask like unfair questions. Like your girlfriend will be like, would you love me if I was a worm? I am worse at that than Boba is. I will ask Boba questions that are unfair even without the answer. Like, I will walk up to Boba and go like, hey, if I was really tired and I came home from work and then you punched me in the face, how would you feel? And she's like, what? Which I think is about 1,000,000 times worse than any questions she has ever asked me. I am bringing gender inequality to this relationship in the worst way possible. Oh, Pumpkinhead. You are not as tanky as I remember. Guess that's because we didn't hit you in the face. Can we get your hat? It's not his hat. Never use the Sanctuary Stone. The deal with those is they make like healing on the ground. Make like a healing aura. Aw, hell no? You're gonna need to be more specific about what you mean. There's a lot of things both in the video game and out of my mouth that would warrant a response like that. Wave Laser, what you doing today? How you doing after we kill the Ender Dragon? What you got planned today? Is this the place where a guy just jumps you the moment you get up? Oh, hello, Ghost. You got the jellyfish shield. I've never used that item. Can I get, like, a single stun? I'm, like, playing really badly because I'm baiting for stuns, and I'm just not getting them. Bard, how you doing? It's been a while. How's it going, Bard? What you up to? And, of course, when we get a stun, I kill him without using it. Do you guys ever land, or you come down at least? Wait, what the fuck? That's a grab? I really appreciate when enemies in video games grab you and then they just let you go. Like, if I was that dude and I had grabbed the player character, I would just keep stabbing. I would not let them go. Oh, you fucking dodged me. Oh! What the fuck? No, I don't get to take advantage of the stun. There we go, and then... I thought you could do like an attack where they lay on the ground and you slam them with the big hammer. I was supposed to make a to-do list today, but I'm lazy? Ad, by the way? Fuck. Was there a reason to go down this ladder? I do not remember this being in the video game. Is this new? I cannot remember there being a ladder here. I know you can jump off the cliff, but I do not remember there being a ladder here. Did they change the game? I'm back. Wave Laser, the only thing you were supposed to do today was make a to-do list, but you're too lazy to do that? You are relax maxing. Tired as fuck, overworked myself for past month? Oh, Bard, you do own your own business. But still, a caterpillar rolled in a blanket eating cookie. Hell yeah, I'm drinking a Monster Energy. Wintry, how you doing? How's it going with you? Be wary of right. Be wary of right. What do you think this one's gonna say? Ambush. No, motherfucker! You were supposed to complete the trifecta. Yeet! Yes, and we finally get the stun. Jesus Christ, it's gotta hurt. One of my favorite things in Dark Souls is that if you're fighting a guy that's like 12 feet tall, and you do a repulse, you just end up stabbing them in the dick. They should be doing more of that. They do that in Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and then I'm not sure where else they do it. I've been getting into Transformers. The Michael Bay movie? The toys or the cartoon? I will say, the Transformers cartoon movie from the 80s has a really fucking good soundtrack. Stan Bush made some great fucking songs for that movie. There, You Got the Touch. There are some amazing songs in that movie. Also, it is the last speaking role of Leonard Nimoy. Ever. The everything. I was never interested that much in Transformers, even when I was a kid. But my brothers, when they were kids, they had like they were into the Transformers thing. So I had a lot of Transformers toys that was inherited. And my parents, like my brothers moved out when I was like born. So it was my parents that was telling me about like, hey, here's the names of the Transformer dudes. But they got all the names wrong. And I'm not sure if like my brothers used the wrong names for them or how that happened. But I was always... How did you not take fall damage? I was always told that Optimus Prime's name was the boss. Like in Norwegian, so it would be Chefen, which means the boss. And then I would like go to school and talk to people and I'd be like, my favorite Transformer is the boss. And I go, who the fuck is the boss? And I was embarrassingly old when I was like, man, everyone's talking about this Optimus Prime. Who the fuck is Optimus Prime? I fuck with the boss. And then I realized, oh shit, Optimus Prime is the boss. That's like the time I found out Roy Jones Jr., the rapper, and Roy Jones Jr., the boxer, is the same person. I had no idea. I just thought Roy Jones Jr. rapped a lot about boxing stuff. I did not realize they were the same person. Yes, the Nutcracker move. If it's cracking or stabbing or slashing, I don't care. I just want to do, like, CBT upon my enemies. I mean, he is the boss, technically. NG Troll. Is NG Troll, should I update Better Twitch TV? Because I cannot see NG Troll. I have not updated Better Twitch TV in probably, like, a year now. We cannot go to the roundtable hold yet. I don't remember what we have to do to go there, but we can upgrade our shit over here. It's an imaginary emote? I had this thing when I was doing my one-year engineering degree, where people would find out about imaginary numbers, because we're like learning them in school. And every time, people would be like, why do we have to learn? Oh, we have 16 strength. Why do we have to learn about imaginary numbers? When are we ever going to use imaginary numbers? And the teacher would always just say like, oh, they're practical. We use them for stuff. They would never say like, hey, you use imaginary... Like, they would never say when we use them. They would just say they are practical. You will use them. I had to look it up myself. And be like, oh, you use imaginary numbers when you rotate stuff. You want something to rotate 90 degrees? Multiply it by I. Multiply it by the square root of -1, which is I. The teachers, for some fucking reason, just wouldn't explain it. They would just say, like, oh, shut up, you're gonna use them, they're practical, they're good numbers, they're perfectly fine numbers. You could have saved, like... minutes of classroom wasting time if you just said you use them when you rotate things 90 degrees. Back with a beer, also had to flex, got signed Postal merch. The video game series Postal, or do you mean like the post office? Ugh. Is there any stuff we want to pick up over here actually, or are we just here for experience points? You can either get that item, or I think it's a whip over there. Elden Ring whip only might be an interesting thing to do. I have never used a whip weapon in any FromSoft game. Never used them. Never even thought about using a whip. Hidden path ahead, therefore jumping off required ahead. Yeah, dude, it's a hidden path straight to hell. Video game. You got it signed merch? Do the postal people still... Do the postal people still make stuff? Are people still... Like, the people who made Postal, do they still make video games? Also, man wrote that my cookies were good when I left them for him. Did you send cookies in the mail and people ate them? Am I underestimating the amount of preservatives normally used in cookies, or like how do you send food in the mail and people eat it? I guess for like sugary snacks you could get away with that, but like still. Also, this is not where you get the whip. Yeah, this is not where you get the whip. The whip is in the room with all of the, What? Oh, hello! The whip is in the room with all of the, rats. Do you drop anything? In Dark Souls 1, you guys dropped the, you guys dropped the large Titanite shards and the green Titanite shards. Also, I kind of wish Dark Souls went back to, like, Titanite shard plurality? Like, I think Dark Souls 1 has the best upgrade system in the series. That is including Elden Ring. I wish they went back and did like a similar upgrade system for the other games. I left him freely when he said he's coming to take my package. Oh! They posted a new trailer for the game. God middag. Well, shit, it is literally middag. How you doing, Proto? Yo, this is kind of weird. In Norwegian, the term for the middle of the day and the term for dinner is the same word. Middag. It means both the middle of the day and it means dinner. Written exactly the same, pronounced exactly the same. I'm telling a story. Who the fuck eats dinner at noon? Who eats dinner at noon p.m.? If you eat dinner at 12 p.m., I'm gonna have some trepidations. Step over with big trepidations, lift up the top of the meat cooking station. To discover my homie Todd, I said, oh my god, what grim facade do you meet me with in my wakefulness? I had too many cells and they all was crisp. Must I rise up in the morning with my squirrel assisted like the world insisted that I did this instant that? I'm up in heaven again, that's premature, if only reality would concur. Does anyone here fuck with Sir Mix-a-Lot? That is literally the only Sir Mix-a-Lot song I have ever heard in my life. I think it's pretty good. Oh, right there. I was like, where the fuck are ring slots? I was like, where are my ring slots? I remember I'm playing Elden Ring. You eat dinner at 9 a.m.? What the fuck do you mean you eat dinner at 9 a.m.? That's like when some people wake up. 1 a.m. dinner. I can see if you work like the late shift or whatever. But 9 a.m.? You wake up in the morning with your squirrel assisted like the world insisted that you did this instant and then you eat dinner? Did you at least lift up the top of the meat cooking station? I'm gonna keep making references to nerdcore rap music that no other person has ever heard in their life. What does the golden sunflower do? Used for crafting items. Which items? Oh, wait, hold on. Drink this fast. Yeah! Nice. I work until 1 a.m. Have shit to do until 8, 9 a.m. Eat it and sleep until 3 p.m. Then again work? Jesus Christ. I'm glad I don't work in a restaurant. I eat dinner at 25 or 23.99. Earth Invasion starts at 9. My EBDB ass at 8.99. Okay, this is where you get the whip, right? Does anyone here have any, like, fucked up dinner times? I usually eat dinner either when I get home from work at, like, 4, or I eat dinner at, like, 7. Like, either I get home and I do shit first, or I get home and it's just straight dinner time. Why did I try to go for 2 attacks? Okay. Rat Man. Exact same rat model all the way from Dark Souls 1, I'm pretty sure. You yelled me out of the sky? Okay, we just gotta kill one of them. Slightly reduce the amount of rat. I wasn't sure if they stunned me or I stunned them. No, 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 no. Oh, I thought it was a grab attack. No, 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 no. You misbegotten piece of shit. That should not have been as close as it was. Wave Lacer lives on Reach? Wait, hold on. I do not know these... I do not know these Halo references. There is the whip, actually. Does Reach have, like, extra hours? I have hours only logging. My love is vengeance that's never free. Okay, I'm done with the music references. No, not pastime. Love. Ah! I need like 100 souls. Sorry, 100 runes. In lore, Planet of Reach has 27 hours in a day. I never played Halo Reach. I only ever played Combat Evolved. I remember I played Combat Evolved on my school laptop during class. Teacher never found out, but... I mean, the teacher never pointed it out, but there's no way they thought that the amount of clicking I was doing was natural. Like, I had a friend of mine was playing League of Legends during class in... this is in high school, year 2. A friend of mine was playing League of Legends during class, and the teacher... he didn't call him out or anything. The teacher was really chill. He didn't call him out or anything, but he just said, like, hey, you're doing a lot of clicking. He never did that when I was playing Halo or Half-Life, which... I'm not sure if he just, like, liked me more than he liked my friend or what the deal was, but... that didn't even flinch you? What is wrong with you? That is the first time I beat Half-Life 1, which is during class in 2nd year high school. And the first time I beat Halo 1. Only time I beat Halo 1, I'm pretty sure. Can you ever post these guys if you stun them? They are, like, circularly, radially symmetrical. Not sure if you... if it's even possible to backstab them. Had that been me, I'd have Fröken is playing a video game. Ah. We didn't have any snitches in 2nd year high school. We had 2 drug dealers, but we had no snitches. I'm wondering if those 2 things are correlated. Huh? There's one thing. This isn't something I've been wanting to tell people about, but I have not had, like, an opportunity to tell people about this. Do you guys know the story? Do you guys know the YouTube video, oh shit, I'm sorry. Sorry for what? And we're not gonna talk more about what's in that video. But you guys know what I'm talking about if I say, oh shit, I'm sorry. Sorry for what? Like, you guys know what video I'm talking about. The teacher in my high school year 2 story looked exactly like the guy with the red shirt in that YouTube video. They looked fucking identical to each other. They look like they were the same guy. Like, they looked like twins. And we would, like, we knew back in the day that they looked, like, extremely familiar. We're not gonna fight any of these guys. They're not, like, doing anything. I'm not even sure what we killed the one dude that we did. Is there anything over here? No item ahead. Well, thank you. That's a nice message. He looked exactly the same. He even had the red shirt. He had that red shirt, had the same hairstyle, same, like, facial structure. He looked completely identical. And we kept joking that, like, hey, maybe there's another teacher in the school that looks like the bald guy from that video. Oh. But we're not gonna talk more about that video because the content of it is not fit for this channel. Why did I think I could stun him in midair? Oh, you can't! If he does the yell, you're stunned so long you can't roll. Well, that was a not completely hopeless attempt at the first boss. It's been so long since I played Elden Ring. It's gonna take a bit to get into this again. Yeet! Don't fall on the jellyfish. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are radially symmetrical. I fuck with that. That's cool. Are we saying over Commander Avatar The Last Hoodbender? What the fuck are you talking about? I thought you were gonna talk about the new Avatar movie that came out. Which, that movie is out, right? Like, the Avatar Aang, the movie exists. Like, that movie is... Are you stabbed? Why am I trying to stun this guy? Why do I keep thinking, oh yes, if I hit him one more time, he will be stunned? No, that's not how the video game works. I'm too used to playing Greatsword in Monster Hunter Wild. I'm like, yeah, if I can hit the boss, I am Gucci. This guy's also quite fast. He's a lot faster than I remember. We are not under-leveled for this. Like, I have beaten this guy at basically level 1. I have not tried a level 1 run of Elden Ring. Mostly because of the insane damage scaling in the late game. Why are we stabbing with the mace? It does have points on it. Don't try to... No, 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 no. You can roll out of it. Okay, sweet. Maybe we just didn't have stamina last time. Okay, Leonin Misbegotten. You do have, like, Alliance main going on. Fortunately for you, I am also an Alliance main human paladin. How do you feel about that? What, you got Alliance main? I'm more of a Horde player myself. Hey, here's how you do a jumping attack. He was not amused. Here's how you do a jumping attack. Do you ever get stunned? It might be because the last time I played this game, I used a weapon that was, like, bigger than the enemy, but... I remember this guy would, like, get stunned all the time. Like, this was, like, a press L1 boss fight. Now he's, like, actually... Like, he got some poise. Yeah, we can, like, stagger him a little, but we can't get him stunned. Okay, he feels a lot slower now than during the early phases of the fight. Somehow we hyper armored the yell. Also, I'm pretty sure when the game first released in, like, version 1.0, do you ever get stunned? In version 1.0, this guy was using, like, the sword he dropped. And then they changed it, so he's just using the regular sword. I'm not sure why. That was a bad time to heal. I'm not sure why they changed this guy's weapon. I think it was a lot cooler when he actually used the legendary sword. Drink Wawa, I'm gonna drink water. Me and Bon queuing for dinner, me boop to remind drink Wawa. I'm drinking water. Good afternoon, Boba. It is like 7 p.m. in Boba's time. We're getting dangerously close to being like post-noon. We are dangerously close to a post-noon society. I have no idea what I'm gonna get for dinner. There's this place next to me that has burgers that are apparently really good, but they're also like $30 for a burger. Not $30 for like a burger meal. No, $30 for a burger. People have told me that the burgers are like hella good, but like at the same time, $30. I feel like we're doing worse now than we did the last time. I feel like in Elden Ring, the main thing to do is just roll and then press R1. Seems to work on like most bosses. Also, the shield is actually doing some work. Did they buff shields, or am I just actually like using one for the first time? Do a little bit of stamina management. Jesus, the delay on that attack. Nope. No. Oh, fuck me. I am not good at it. Good evening. There we go. We got, like, time appropriate. I don't even know what to call it. Time-appropriate greetings. You know what? Let's go fight the dragon instead. Actually, first things first, let's go get the map. There is a lot of upgrade materials we want to get from the Weeping Peninsula, but we are really in no rush to get it. Let's start out by getting the map. One of you guys has a horn. Oh, Jesus Christ, the input buffering. You have a horn. We do want to kill you before you can blow it. You can get a horn as a weapon in this, but you gotta go all the way to the capital for it. You can come find me. Don't bring your friend with the long spear and the really big shield, but you, sir, you can fight me. Are you gonna walk up slowly? You did so much aura farming on the way up here just to be killed by like a 2-hit combo. There is a flail in a chest here, but I'm pretty sure that does not count as a hammer weapon. Also, we should be looking at getting an armor upgrade, but I'm not sure where the next like armor even is. I feel Elden Ring is really stingy with giving you armor upgrades. Elden Ring is the kind of game where you're playing it and you don't get any armor, and then you walk in a dungeon and you get like 2 sets of armor. Feels a little unevenly distributed, the armor upgrades in this game. Also, shout out to Dark Souls 1 for being like the only Dark Souls game where you can like actually upgrade your armor. Backstab. No, we're gonna die. Or maybe not. The dog just ran away. Okay, well, we got the whole squad after us. That is an extremely wolf-looking dog. We talk about how the dogs that look like wolves are a lot easier to deal with than the dogs that look like they have mange. We did break his stance, but that was not well timed. Quote, everyone needs to be a little bottom. Actually, don't. How the fuck do you guys always get like the worst quotes when you do that? The answer is that all the quotes are bad, but like still. How do you always get like the fucked up quotes and not just the quotes where I'm like, I like eating food? Can you drop your armor? I would really like to have better armor than I'm currently using. Copium! Bro's fighting in a tent. He does not want to get wet in the rain. I do like how the weather in Elden Ring does affect damage. Like, if it is raining and your character gets wet, you do take more lightning damage and less fire damage. No idea if ice has any impact on it. How many do we have now? 224, I'm pretty sure. But isn't Stream Elements shutting down? Like, isn't Stream Elements being cancelled? Isn't Stream Elements being executed in the public square? Because I'm like, I should probably migrate all of my quotes from Stream Elements to StreamerBot. I don't remember why I switched to Stream Elements instead of StreamerBot, but I should probably move back. Bro is using a torch in the rain. That shit is gonna get extinguished, little bro. Hello, can you fight me without your friend? Yeah, can you guys fight me one at a time? Hello, I am Freshno. I like pizza, and I like burger, and I like murder! Fucking miss. Minus 500 aura. Yep. I feel like killing someone with just like a bog standard R1 is very disrespectful. It's like if you were in a street fight, and you just did like a right hook and the guy falls down. I feel that's a little like, what? Didn't even get to do anything fancy. I use Elements for one thing only, chat overlay. I use Streamlabs for that. But I heard Elements was like dying. It is a flail. The name of the weapon is flail and the type of the weapon is flail. Bro, chill out. No one's accusing you of anything. I think the weapon dot protest too much. We're just gonna like roam around, get a little XP. Kill the Varangian or whatever the hell those guys are called. 20 vigor is gonna be enough for a while. I think the next thing we need is stamina. Hello, guy who has a sword called Dismounter. I pressed the wrong button. This guy does not have as much HP as I thought he did. Why did I think this guy was kind of tanky? First time I played this game, I killed this guy, and he dropped that sword, and that was my main weapon. Well, I got the Bloodhound Fang. Fucking roll! Oh, Jesus. That weapon is really cool. It is called the Dismounter, but I'm not sure if it's good at dismounting people. Hold on. I missed! How the fuck do I keep missing these? When they fall off the horse, you can walk up to them and do like a slam them into the ground attack, but I think they're like dying before we can do that. Also, the inputs for using the horse in this game is triangle down. In Monster Hunter Wilds, it's triangle up. I feel like I'm gonna be messing that up a lot as I play this. Hello, you have a dog. Does your dog want to play with me? I said dog. I asked if the dog wanted to play. I buried it with the ox stance. Good thing this guy has like no vigor. They should make a Twitch badge that looks like this guy's helmet. Like they did. Also, we're getting the Raging Wolf set in this game. I do not remember how to get it because I gotta be honest with you, I don't think I have ever gotten it. Thin beast spawns. Use that for crafting arrows. The texture on this guy is kind of blurry. I think that's just has to do with how they render fur. Okay, was there like a big boy in here? Only a guy and 2 dogs, okay. This guy has very little voice. He is using the fuck out of the ox stance. That's my favorite Hema stance. Don't use that against me. What's a thing I wanted to talk about? Actually, let me kill this guy first, because this is a conversation that's gonna get a little heated. There we go. They finally fucking got to do this move. Fine, and now your horse is free. Can I ride your horse? Can I pet your horse? Can't pet the horse. Oh shit, I didn't see you there. How you doing? Let me slam your brains in. I wish we could use the ox stance, which I think there's like several weapons in this game that lets you use an ox stance. He bleed to death. I have a rant. I live in an apartment building. The apartment building has a central staircase. You use the central staircase to get to like all the apartments. There is a washing list. Every week, an apartment is given the duty of washing the staircase. Washing the common area, okay? So it goes week 1, apartment 1. Week 2, apartment 2. And it goes like that until it loops, right? So I looked at it one Monday. I looked at it. And it said that my apartment had to wash the staircase that week. I thought, okay, fine. I'll do my civic duty to this apartment. And on Sunday, I was like, well, it's the last day of the week. I have to wash the apartment now. And I got a bucket, warm water, I got soap, I got a mop, I got like washing towels, I got all the shit I need. And I go and I start washing the staircase in the apartment building. And I wash it up, I wash it down, and I make it really, really clean. And then I go down to the first floor. We have a piece of paper, and it just lets us know what the schedule is. It's got a calendar. It says this week is room 1, this week is room 2, this week is room 3, right? Pretty basic stuff. And I look at like week 33 or whatever it was, and it says my apartment number. And next to it, it says a name. that is not my name, and it says that they washed the apartment on Friday. They washed the staircase on Friday. I go, what? Someone accidentally washed the staircase during my week of washing it? And I didn't check, and I just watched it again for no fucking reason? I just write down a bunch of question marks, and I write down that I wash it. So now the staircase is like double clean. It was cleaned on Friday, it was cleaned on Sunday. It is the cleanest it has ever been. Monday, I go to work. I come back. I look at the apartment staircase washing list. The motherfucker in the apartment, that is my number, +1, washed it on Monday, when it was the cleanest it has ever been. The dude who lives in the apartment, that is like one, oh my god, that is a lot. Why are there so many fucking wolves? The dude who lives in the apartment, that is just one number above mine, always washes the apartment. I did not know this side of grace existed. Always washes his apartment the day after I do it. So I make that shit clean. A lot of people, they don't really do, I'm gonna die. That was stupid. They do a really bad job of washing it. I do like a real job of washing it. And then this dude comes around the day after. I'm not even sure if he does any washing. And then he just writes down that he got it all clean. No, little bro, I got it clean. Stealing my glory. Yeah, that's enough talking about washing stuff. We want to get to lower limb grade. I feel like half of the things in this game is new. I do remember there being bears. I remember bears being a thing in this game. I feel like that site of grace I never knew about. The staircase in the Weeping Peninsula place, I never knew that was there. I might have even used that thing on stream before. Could not remember it. I'm wondering if it's been long enough since the last time I played Elden Ring that I get like the new player experience. One thing that I did consider streaming was Shadow of the Colossus. I played the original Shadow of the Colossus on PlayStation 3, and it was a very, very good game. Can I press the right button for once? I do think Shadow of the Colossus is a very, very good game. And it's been long enough that I don't really think I remember how you beat most of the Colossi. The game gives you like a subtle hint on what to do to beat the Colossi, but I gotta be honest with you, I don't really remember most of them. I know you gotta shoot number 2, you gotta shoot him in the feet when he stomps on you. And the bird that flies around, you gotta like, you gotta bait him to fly and then jump on his wings. There's the one guy you have to like lure with the flames. There's that one motherfucker that you gotta like have him ram into pillars and shit. And he can just infinitely stun you. I do not remember there being that many misbegotten hanging around. The apartment staircase is cleaned by a company. If you do not clean the staircase on your day, like on your week, they hire a company to do it and you have to pay for the cleaning, which is $60. They charge Oh, I thought you were gonna equip your sword. They charge $60 to clean the staircase. It's a fun fact in Elden Ring. A lot of the time when things get stunned like this and you can like attack them in the weak point for massive damage, you will often do more damage just by hitting them over and over again. Because then you get in more hits, and if you have a weapon that does like frost, or a weapon that does bleed, or just a weapon that like attacks really fast, you pretty much would prefer to just keep hitting them over and over. A friend of mine does live in like a gigantic apartment building with like over 100 units, and they do like they all share the payment of having like an apartment, of having people clean the staircase. They all end up only playing like, paying like, how much would it be? $2 a week? Because there's just so many of them. The only downside with this is that the railing in the staircase like sounded like a damn gong. We have an issue in my apartment building where there's like no noise isolation between the rooms. So, like if my upstairs neighbors are having a fight, I can hear them, and they can probably hear me right now. I have kind of, my voice carries well between walls. I have like, I speak in a pretty low register, so my voice does like just carry very well between walls, so they're probably able to hear me right now. But, there is the deal that the staircase, people fucking love stomping the staircase. Like, people love, like, going stomp, 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 stomp when they're walking through the staircase. And it is, like, actually a problem because it is so fucking loud. Don't care about any of those. Like, the best cracked tiers in the game is in the Weeping Peninsula. I do like it when games just give you the... Oh, we got the twerk power. I do like it when games just give you, like, the best ability in the game from the get-go. Like, they're just like, hey, you got a new item? Here's the best ability for it in the game. Like, right from the get-go. But, at the same time, it does make it kind of boring to, like, find new items, because already have the best ones. The entire apartment is concrete? My apartment building might be older than concrete. Smithing Stone 1 for only 200. That might actually be worth it. Swedish Shield. We might actually want to buy that. That is 100 per... You know what? Just for the bit, can we buy that? Just for the bit, let's get the Swedish Shield. This is 91 physical? What the fuck? Hello, I'm from Sweden. I used to, when I was doing my one-year engineering... No, when I was doing... Before I dropped out of computer science, I lived in a different apartment block. I lived in a different city. And there, the entire apartment complex was made out of concrete, and the doors were, like, reinforced steel. It was like I was in, like, an insane asylum for, like, people who just kill people. And that shit was... The sound... isolation, whatever you want to call it, was insane. Like, I could play my guitar... on my guitar amp, maximum volume, no one would know. No one would be able to tell. It was crazy. Also, I'm not sure how much more we gotta do to get to the round table hole. Do we just need to, like... Why do I keep trying to do a light attack there when it never works? You saved your friend, and now you will die. Like, I could probably play, like, well, I did play my guitar amp at, like, max volume, and no one heard it. Also, we had, like, there was a communal kitchen. Like, there was, like, the apartment was kind of weird. Because you had, like, people who lived on the north side, and people who lived on the south side. Like, which side of the hallway your apartment was on. Hey, why did I jump instead of dodge? Yes, fight the misbegotten. People who lived on one side of the hallway, like, let's just call it the right side, they had a shared kitchen, and people who lived on the left side of the hallway, which I did, had, like, one kitchen in each apartment, but it didn't have a microwave, so sometimes I would go to the shared kitchen and just microwave food. One time, I was doing that for like the entire year. One time, I went in there and I was just microwaving food and some guy was like, hey, which apartment do you live in? I was like, oh shit, I gotta like lie and say I live in an apartment that's on like the right side of the hallway. And I was like, oh, I live in apartment 224. And he was like, no, you don't. I live in apartment 224. And I said like, what? No, you don't. I live there. Like, I just pretended like he was insane. And then I just quickly walked out and walked into like my apartment before he could like see which apartment I was in. And then I stopped using the communal kitchen. Because they had like a washing list, like which apartment had to wash it. So I was kind of just being evil and using it, but never washing. Pentanil. Yeah, we get it. You watch Varg Skeletor Joel. My door is reinforced as well. Do you live in like far northern Norway? Do you live in like the northernmost Norwegian city? Blood rose. What was it you crafted? Why do I feel like blood rose is an item I have farmed before? Hold on. Why are you standing next to like every exploding barrel ever invented? Oh, you're not the guy throwing the bombs! I live in... Oh, you live in Skåne! Because you're like the opposite. You guys should have like doors made of paper. Swing, swing, kill the mice. Kind of funny, in English, if there's more than one mouse, you say mice, but in Norwegian, that's how you say corn. I guess in America, you say mace. Which is also how you guys say pepper spray? What the... You can't really tell America, like American English was made from like 15 different languages trying to coexist. Which is also how regular English was made. I did want to do a challenge run of Elden Ring, where I only used crafted items. Like I can only deal damage by crafting items. That challenge never got further than like the planning phase, because I kind of got out of an Elden Ring phase. Like I kind of just got a little tired of Elden Ring before I could do that. Like the shield only run, the way that ended made me really demotivated. But I do think it could be fun to do it, because I've never done like actually a lot of crafting in Elden Ring. Most crafting I ever did in Elden Ring was during the bow only run, and I was just crafting ammo. You really do have a lot of chances to attack this guy. He is very slow. Got a lot of downtime in between his attacks. Blood Rose, you are used just for crafting, right? Material used to craft items. Is there any reason for us to go here other than getting... I mean, we're getting XP, but like... Any reason to go here other than getting the talisman? You do go here to do like that one weird guy's quest? The quest for the strange man? I think the only thing you get at the end is the dragon smithing stone. It was kind of crazy that Elden Ring launched with so many of the quest lines just incomplete. Like so many quest lines in Elden Ring was completed in like updates after the game came out. I'm wondering why they were so like dead set on releasing it when they did. And I mean, it is, in my opinion, one of the greatest video games ever made, so I'm not gonna complain too much, but I am kind of scared about like a Metal Gear Solid 5 situation. Where Metal Gear Solid 5 is one of the greatest video games ever made, and it's not finished. The game is not done. There's a ton of stuff in that game that just is straight up not finished. Can you imagine how good that game would have been? Considering how good it is right now, how much better it could be if they actually finished it. Like, I know there's like a lot of cynical remakes coming out that are like not good at all. But I'm like, if we could get a Phantom Pain remake that like actually is like Phantom Pain completed edition, that would be pretty fucking nice. Ugh. I feel bad for Kojima. He made like some really good games and then they fucked him over. I'm not entirely sure what the deal was. With like Kojima and Konami and Sony and all that. I'm not really sure about the details of what happened, but I'm like, come on, dude, he made Metal Gear Solid. It's one of the greatest video game franchises of all time. And speaking of Metal Gear Solid 5, they were forced to release that game before it was like actually. When does the dragon spawn? Oh, you come in from... Oh, I thought you came in from the other direction. I've heard a lot of people complain about the dragons in Elden Ring. My main complaint is that they got too few legs. Don't find like a quote about feet for me saying that. I feel a lot of people are like, the dragons are annoying to fight. In my opinion, every time I see people fight the dragons, they do it... well, they're constantly mounted. Oh shit, that's the wrong way! Which, I think the dragons are a lot easier to fight if you spend most of the time, like, on the ground. Sometimes you should mount up to, like, dodge attacks and shit, but... I feel like just standing at ground level and attacking them makes the fight a lot easier. I really feel like there's very few fights in Elden Ring that are easier if you're mounted up. So much of the enemies are just way easier if you're on the ground. Got like a smaller hitbox. Switch to dual handing, because that gives you 50% more strength. Is that a bleed also, or? Gotta be honest, I think besides the shield only run, this is the most I've used a shield in Elden Ring. He's not flying away and using like the annoying breath attacks, which I'm really happy for. That second stun? Are we gonna beat Ag Heal damageless? Watch me say that and then immediately take damage? He just keeps using the really easy to dodge attacks. He's not using like the annoying fires. Timing is a little off because he does the Elden Ring thing where he waits a second, but this is... Is this gonna be hitless Ag Heal? Which is not that big of an accomplishment, but... Okay, now I am doing hit run. Okay, this might be damage. That was damage to Torrent? That was not damage to me. Oh shit. Is this the one where you breathe fire to the... It's not the one where you breathe fire to the side. That's the one where he tries to stomp you with the feet. And then, just like one more hit. It was not just one more hit. There we go. Okay, we didn't get hit, but Torrent got. That was a lot easier than the Leon in Misbegotten. 5,000 souls is a lot. I've never used the dragon powers. I think they're pretty good. I think the DLC has some really strong dragon powers. Also, kind of a tradition for me playing Elden Ring. There's a house here and has some loot in it. Is that the one? No, that's just Golden Room. I was playing Elden Ring. A friend of mine was also playing Elden Ring. The person was playing it. And he got the twin swords. And he really, really liked the twin sword. And I also really like the twin swords in Dark Souls 2. So I wanted to get the twin swords in Elden Ring, but I couldn't find them. I was like, well, maybe they're just way later in the game. And it turns out, no. They're like right next to the start. Seek Sorcerer, but still no decoy. Liar ahead. Wait, is this one evil? Oh, this one's not evil. There you go, there's a twin blade. I spent like so much time looking for this, and I just kept assuming it was in the, I kept assuming it was like later in the game and I just hadn't gotten far enough to find it, but no! It's just right there. And I did do a playthrough where I used the twin blade. I did a playthrough where I did like max arcane. I had like 50 arcane something. I just used the twin blades on a lot of like bleed items. It was kind of fun actually. I need to go, but you have a good stream. Thank you, Proto. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Is this not where the giant lives? Is this where the giant lives? What the fuck? I thought that was a spirit spring, but no, it's just a fucking crab. Wait, not a Proto is gone. We should get rid of the Swedish shield. Okay, every fucking tunnel dungeon is the same. Didn't buy the lantern. We should have bought the lantern. Remember back in the day, there's this game called, ooh, that was close. There's a game called Cube World, which we're not gonna spend too much time talking about, because if you know about Cube World, if you know, you know, is all I'm gonna say about Cube World. But in that game, you could get like lanterns that would automatically light up around you, and they had like different levels to them. You can have like a basic lantern that only lit up like a tiny bit of space. You can have like a higher level lantern that lit up a lot more space. I started a save. I went to the first village and I found like a dude that sold maximum level lanterns. I was trading that world seeds to people like it was crack cocaine. Has a cube behind you, by the way? Cube's restful. Cube's chilling. How you doing, alien? How's it going, alien? What you up to today? What you got going on? They were asking how you was, where you could be found. I told them you were living downtown. I told them you were driving all the old men crazy. I feel like there's some euphemisms in The Boys Are Back in Town that have aged poorly, but I also feel like I'm not like baby boomer brained enough to know what they are. It is really refreshing going in here with a blunt weapon though, actually being able to deal damage to them. I slept for 15 hours? You okay? What made you decide to go sleep maxing? 15 hours. I heard about 15 cars, but 15 hours. In Dark Souls 1, the deal is that the rats have an attack that will always stagger you no matter how much poise you have. Is that only in Dark Souls 1, or is that in all of the FromSoft games that have the same rat? The rats do use the same texture in all of the games. They use the same character model. Like, it's the same frickin' rat. Stats are different. Okay, and as always, every cave has the same layout. I think there's some somber dragon smithing stone around here. Is this not where you find like the early game sombers? Maybe that's maybe it's in the last part of the cave. Down, some elevator. I was unrestful maxing the day before. Speak on this. What do you mean unrestful maxing? Are you like sitting in the living room having like World War I Battlefield ASMR playing on your TV? You put like needles in your couch, so you were like constantly like taking damage? You had like a... You guys know the toys? It was like a rubber... You have like a ball of rubber and you cut it in two. And you can like flex it so it's outside, and then if you throw it at the ground, it goes pop! And then it flies really high. But it also, if you like flip it, so it's the inside out, you just put it on the ground, it will unflip itself and like launch into the ceiling, but you don't know when. You guys have that, or? Gesturing required a head? That's a freaking lie. I don't believe that. Why would you lie to me? Why would you do something? Didn't sleep. Okay, but why did you not sleep? Why were you going wakeful mode? It's been a long ass time since I did like we stayed up all night. In Norwegian we call it døgn, like døgning, which means to do a whole day. Like, day in Norwegian is dog, but it only means, it means like either a calendar day or it means like daytime. But if you're talking about the whole 24 hours, it is called døgn. And if you do a døgn, like if you use that word as if it's a verb, it means to stay awake for 24 hours. I have not done that in forever. I think the last time I did that was I couldn't sleep. So I just stayed up all night playing Genshin Impact. And I do remember that I really enjoyed it. I remember I had a lot of fun with it. I think I might be like, for how little Genshin Impact I play on stream, I am a fucking huge Genshin Impact placer. Did I miss out on a smithing stone up here? No, that was just a candle. But yeah, why didn't you sleep? What were you doing instead of, like, sleeping? Ever went to bed at, like, 5 a.m. for a week straight, and then you have to wake up at, like, 5 to do some shit? Yes, I have done that, and I immediately understand why you did, like, wakefulness max. There we go, there's the somber. We are not gonna need a somber smithing stone this whole playthrough. America's hammer, it's a weapon that we would like, and it's cool, and it's awesome, and it's cool, and it's awesome, and we would like it. But you can only get that weapon in New Game Plus. Or, well, you can only get that weapon after you beat the last boss, so it is, it's not relevant to it. Hello, big giant man. I am going to summon an even larger man. I did have a time in my life where I was, like, low-key depressed, and I didn't, like, have... Like, the only thing I was doing was waiting for, like, my military service to start. I was just chilling at home. Oh, I forgot that that's AoE. I was just chilling at home with nothing to do, and I got on this weird sleep schedule where I would go to sleep. I would go to sleep at like fucking 7 p.m. and I would wake up at like 4 a.m. or whatever. And then that was just my sleep schedule for like a month. It was strange. So that's why I slept for like 15 hours. We do this thing in my family, and I do think a lot of people do this. It's not exclusive to the Fresno extended family universe. Where if we're sick, like me or my parents or my brothers, we just go to sleep, and we just sleep for like 2 days. Like if we're really sick, we like eat what we can, and we drink a lot of water, and then we go to the bathroom, and then we lay in bed, and we just stay in bed and like sleep. We wake up, we go, no, I'm still sick, and then we go back to sleep, and we just do that until we're not sick anymore. And it works. We get unsick pretty fast. I haven't really heard about anyone else who just like, when they're sick, they just sleep. And it's boring, and it does mean that you, like, skip out on a couple days of, like, lived experience, but at the same time, being sick fucking sucks. It's not fun being sick. Sometimes I go like, man, I wish I was sick so I didn't have to go to work. But then at the same time, I'm like, well, being sick isn't fun. I think my least favorite of like the common sicknesses is definitely the like a sore throat. Like ear infection is really, really bad, but ear infection is also not that common. Is this like 400 runes too few to get the next level? In movies, when they pull out the 3 days later card, yeah, it's kind of like that. Like you are kind of time traveling. You're like skipping time. Which is nice, because you're, you know, skipping the time you're sick. But at the same time, it's also like, you're 3 days older. Like, you're 3 days closer to dying. Like, you're 3 days grace the ban. And, like, the best part would be if you could just, like, if you just didn't age. Well, the best part would be if you were never sick. Foot soldier grieves. Pretty sure you guys are worse. You guys are worse. We have not gotten any armor drops. I like these guys. These enemies are really cool. I like enemies in video games that don't do anything. I'm a big fan of creatures in video games that have all the care and attention put into them that you would expect from a regular enemy, and then you just don't do anything. Makes the world feel bigger, and I'm a big fan of it. Okay. This guy has a secret. I didn't do it right, but you can pretty much guarantee a stun on him really early. He has very low stun resist. But he loves doing the Bloodhound step, and he loves bleeding you. And he loves moving really fast. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was a sweet move. He stabbed my back. Not like actually doing a backstab, but it did like slash my spine. I feel like that should do a lot more damage, what he just did there. Okay, let's do this. Let's both do jumping attacks. That's not a jumping attack, you betrayed me! I am doing way too much trading attacks with the bosses. Jesus, I was spamming dodge, but just... well, do the Bloodhound step. And then try to get behind me. It's kind of funny. This guy's like famous for bleeding. We bleed him once. He hasn't bled us at all. And he's dead. This guy's weapon was like my main weapon for my first playthrough of Elden Ring. It is such a good weapon. The cat hears the whistle through my headset and looks up every time you summon. How? You got 3 kitties, right? The amount of kitties you have is 3, right? Your cat gave birth to triplet. I want to end that sentence with saying right, but I don't feel like I can do that for like 4 sentences. Went to 1? That's a pretty common thing to do. That's a pretty common situation to have occur. Which one did you keep? Which of the 3 kitties did you keep? And what's like the... how long are you supposed to keep a cat before you separate it from the mom? Okay, we are gonna go and pick up the best cracked tiers in the game. We're gonna pick up the maximum armor or whatever it's called, and health regen. Really, really nice to drink before a boss fight. You could make the argument that infinite MP is better. Infinite MP is really good, but it is only good in like specific builds. Well, I feel that health regen and basically 1 free hit is good in every build. Like every build benefits. So the mom doesn't let them suck anymore. You got away with words. Doggy? Why are the dogs that are like emaciated so much more powerful than the dogs that look like okay and healthy? It's that video game. Ain't it true? I'm not saying anything on the accuracy of it. I'm just saying you chose like an interesting way of phrasing it. Okay, there's infinity ways of saying something. How you choose to say it can either be like very sterile and boring, or it can be like kind of crazy with it. Am I crazy, or is it not a staircase? No, like a ladder. Oh, I just didn't walk around the tower enough. There's a guy down there on the first floor. I don't fuck with that. I'm just gonna leave him. Oh, this story is morbid, by the way. So don't listen if you don't want to hear morbid stuff. Coworker of mine, older guy, his daughters wanted, no trap ahead. His daughters wanted, like, bunnies for pets. Hello? So he got them bunny. But the thing is, bunnies are social animals. You shouldn't have just one of them. You should have, like, multiple so they can keep each other company. Otherwise, they get, like, depressed. So, you know what? Hold on. So, he got 2 of them. He got 2 girls. One day, he went out in the yard, and he realized, oh shit, I have a lot more than just 2 bunnies. One of the bunnies was a boy. They weren't both girls. And he had a ton of, like, baby bunnies. So they tried to give them away, and they had so fucking many of them. They tried to give them away. They couldn't give away all of them. And my coworker was like, well, we don't really have the means to take care of all of these bunnies, and no one wants them. So he just kind of did what he felt was the only choice he had. And the way he described it was he would just, like, walk into his backyard and then just euthanize, except they didn't use the word euthanize, a bunch of bunnies, and then he would come back the next day and do the same thing, and then the next day and do the same thing, until they only had, like, 2 left. But I feel like that is a type of story that you would never hear nowadays. Like, that is a last generation story. I'm not sure if, like, animal shelters, like, accept just, like, 500 bunnies or whatever, but I feel like if someone got in a situation like that nowadays, they certainly wouldn't, like, openly tell the story. Are these the Headless Knights, or are these just, like, Ghost Knights? What's the deal with this place? Alien, thank you for the jolly cooperation, and it's the wrong FromSoft game, but I do still appreciate it. You know, one thing, there's a couple of things, actually, that I feel Dark Souls 1 did right, that other Soul games just didn't do? Dark Souls 1, I talked earlier about the upgrade system. I think Dark Souls 1 did it the best. But also, invasions. Still no cactus though? Fuck, I forgot to check the cactus. Dark Souls 1 had invasions. You could if you were human and you hadn't beaten the local boss, you could get invaded. And then every other, and it worked well, it was a really good system. Then every other Souls game changed it. They made it, like, harder to get invaded. And I think that kind of messed up the system. I think, oh my god, your combo is so fucking long. I think Dark Souls 1 had the right idea for how to do it, and then just every other game made it, like, harder and harder to get invaded, and I just don't think that made it as fun. And then in Elden Ring, you can only get invaded if you're playing co-op. That was such an early fucking roll. One thing Elden Ring does well is how it reuses enemies. This guy's movement set is just the Asylum Demon from Dark Souls 1. But you would never guess unless, like, I pointed it out to you right now. Also, can you get this guy's weapon? I don't think you can get this guy's weapon in the game. Oh, Jesus, the range. I think this is one of those weapons in the game that's only for enemies. One of the few, actually. Most of the stuff in the game that enemies use, you can just pick up. No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to smack him around. I do like how the generation where they introduced, like, easily accessible jumping attacks, they also made them some of the best attacks in the game. Get, like, the heaviest, strongest weapon you can, and just do, like, jumping heavy attacks. Oh, Jesus Christ, he hid behind the paw. And then he broke it. Okay, thank you. There are some enemies in this game that I'm surprised that you can make them bleed. Like the stone skin troll we killed underground. You can make him bleed. I don't think it makes sense for something made of stone to be able to bleed. And I also think we can make this guy bleed. Despite him being made of, like, wood. How do you make wood bleed? I know that there was slimes earlier where we made them bleed, and I feel like slime should either be like 100% blood or 0% blood. You can't have a slime be like a little bit blood. Is this a sprint attack or a dodge attack? That is a sprint attack. There we go. I'm still upset that Twitch removed the pot friend emote. Twitch removes, like, Twitch will get, like, licensed emotes from franchises. And then they will remove them when, like, the licensing expires. For example, the Paimon emote. Genshin Impact Paimon emote was around for, like, 6 years before they got rid of it. Like, 5 or 6 years they had that. Because that was, like, the licensing agreements they had. I'm not sure what the pot friend deal was, but I don't even remember the pot friend emote. I don't even really remember what it looked like. Now, let's see, was there something to grab over here? I don't think so. I think we just head down to the beach. We just head down to Death Stranding 2. Like, Twitch has gone through a lot of emotes. You had the, augers. That emotes have been through like 4 different variations since they first added it. It's with good reason that they changed it. My point is not they shouldn't change things. My point is it's funny how often they've had to change things. Doesn't Elden Ring have the pot people? They do have the pot people, but I do not remember which of the pot persons the emote was. There are multiple pot people in Elden Ring. You have the guy that calls you cuss, and you have Alexander. There's quite a lot of pot people. One of the small ones. See, the issue with Elden Ring pot people is they all look the same. They all have like the exact same model. I've never done the full pot quest line. I've never actually completed it. I don't remember what it is you get at the end. Is it just pot charm? If we ever end up doing Elden Ring but crafted items only, we are absolutely gonna be using the pot charm. I think any buff to crafted item damage is gonna be well appreciated. I don't remember the name of the guy. I just remember that he calls you cuss. Oh my god, fucking 16 souls away. Hey, can I sell something to you for 16 souls? You only got 16 souls. Oh, and you got the lantern, which means I'm gonna need more money. And of course that's just cool. Shout out to the Dark Souls 1 remake for letting you use as many of an item as you want at one time. And 20 vigor, 20 endurance? Oh wait, shit, it's 3122. I thought it was 2122. Okay. Oh, whatever. I don't think we have a reason to free the lady. Actually, I think we're just gonna keep her locked up. We're not gonna be using any magic. There is magic in this game that is just you have a hammer, but I'm not gonna be using that. We are gonna go up to the church, and then we're gonna go to the Everjail. Elden Ring did put like a ton of stuff in the Weeping Peninsula. Like, Elden Ring does not guide you to the Weeping Peninsula, but the Weeping Peninsula has so many fucking early game upgrade items. It's like, it has to be intentional, right? They tell you to go the opposite direction of the Weeping Peninsula, and then they put all of the upgrade materials in the Weeping Peninsula. Like, you start here, and then you go, oh, and then eventually they say, hey, go fight this guy. Which you should not do immediately after starting the game, because he will murder you. Instead, if you go the opposite direction of where the light tells you to go, you get a lot of easy fights and a lot of upgrade materials. I am wondering how many people, like, quit out on Elden Ring because of that. Need a stone sword key for this? Okay. They put you on the path of pain? Are there any other games that lie to you like that? Like, are there any games other than Elden Ring that tell you, like, hey, here is what to do, and they're just, like, beginner unfriendly? Like a game that says, hey, go in this direction. And if you do, it's just way harder than if you went the opposite way. I thought you were gonna be the guy with the fire spells. I guess he is in Liurnia. I don't remember you being one of the guys here. Does this bleed? I can't tell if that was bleed or not. Oh, you're the guy with the ice magic. You're the Adventure Time Ice King. You're not where we get Hoarfrost Stomp from, right? Like, when the game came out, that shit was overpowered. I played Elden Ring the first time without looking at, like, any spoilers at all. I was completely unaware that, like, Bloodhound Step and Hoarfrost Stomp were, like, the most overpowered things in the game. I had both of them, but I thought they were just kind of, like, usable. I didn't think they were, like, as overpowered as they were in Elden Ring 1.0. Okay, we gotta stop trading hits. I say immediately as I start trading hits again. We're very close to getting frostbitten. I don't want to have less stamina generation. Also just want to not take damage. I am thinking about what we're gonna, like, put on our weapon. Oh, Jesus, no! I thought that was, like, a cone in front of you. See, I thought that was the move you were doing. We got frostbitten, which means we take more damage, we take a lot of damage, and we have less stamina regen. I think it would be cool to have, like, a frostbite hammer. I'm not sure if bleed is what we're gonna go for. But input reading, which isn't actually input reading, but it sure as hell feels like it. You can tell I'm getting tilted when I'm just doing the jumping heavy attack. Why did I try to jump that? No, don't roll sideways. I tried to roll diagonally. Wait, did we change our physics? We didn't, right? Yeah, we didn't change it. Okay. If we had changed it, I would have been mad that we didn't drink it before the boss fight. We got a stun off so early in the fight, and now he's like a poise lord. Ah, okay, that was bad. That was not well. It was not a great showing of skill. Ancient Hero of Samor. There are a lot of these guys roaming around. These are the same character model as, like, the Obsidian Lords or whatever they're called. The guys who do, like, gravity magic. I'm pretty sure they use, like, the exact same model and moveset. I think they're pretty much the same guys, except for, like, in lore, they're different. Also, you can tell my voice is tired today because I am speaking a lot closer to, like, my natural register than when I'm normally on stream. I'm not speaking like this today because I am a bit more tired and I don't have the energy to, like, change my voice. Wait, can you get stunned? Yes, I knew it! I didn't switch to two-handed, whatever. Why did I remove my lock on? What did I think it was gonna accomplish? Are you not gonna buff your weapon? Okay, and then fucking run away and try to heal. I feel like he's exactly at 50%. You know the deal. I knew that was the AoE. It didn't crouch. Deal is roll and then get combo and then press R1. Also, did we ever bleed this guy? Like in the entire last fight? Oh, Jesus! Forgot I did that. No, 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 no. We know we can stun him, but we can't, like... We can't bait the stun. I don't like it when you can get hit before you can roll. Like, I don't like it when you can get knocked down and then get hit before the game lets you roll. I thought that was gonna be the one where... I thought that was gonna be the Cohen attack. You know what? Unpunished? Okay. Oh, we made him bleed. Wait, can we just... we stabbed this butt. So we can make this guy bleed. I was getting a little unsure if it's possible to bleed him. Oh, fuck. This is where you get the scar seal. Forgot about that. Why did I think you picked this up in a cave in Caelid? Fuck. Raises attributes, but also increases damage taken. So I am pretty sure at this level, this is worth it. If you get to a certain level of vigor, it is not worth it, but I am pretty sure at our current level, we should always have this. This is a place we haven't been, right? I think it's 40 vigor. If it takes you over 40 vigor, it is not worth it because you have less effective health. Whoa! What the fuck? Rude? Oh, and he has the advantage because he's lower on the staircase. I think with the seals, if your vigor is less than 40, you can wear one of them, and it will actually make you tankier. I don't know. It makes you take more damage, but also gives you more health. Why did I think I could get a hit in? Hold on, what is... Ooh, you don't like that. You don't like that. These guys have a parry, right? Oh wait, shit, we gotta equip the lamp. We bought it and then we just did not wear it. Put that on the right, and I think we're just gonna always have this activated. I don't think there's a reason to ever turn this off. Not sure if it messes with, like, enemy detection. Comfort ahead. Skill, oh, skill. What skill is this? Winged sight. This shoots, like, beams of light, right? Angel's wings. Yeah. Same guy that I talked about earlier that was fucking with the twin blade. He really liked that weapon. Huge fan of the winged sight attack. Is that the weapon you get from the Rot Knights or whatever they're called? Guys that hang out with the Melania, like in a Halig tree. You can farm those guys in the like the Rotten Castle or whatever it's called, up in Altus. No, up in Volcano Manor, up in that area. I remember I thought their armor looked fucking cool, so the first time I played Elden Ring, I did farm up a whole set of it. It took forever. I don't remember what the last item I needed was, but it was one item I needed. I don't remember what it was, but do remember that I got like multiple copies of everything else before I finally got what I was trying to get. Okay, one more flask upgrade material is like right here. We're gonna grab that. Not gonna grab the turtle shield. I don't really see any reason for us to grab the turtle shield. And then probably just gonna go fight Margot. Margot? I don't remember. What if, like, over the course of the stream, I just make my voice, like, darker and darker? So, like, as the stream goes on, it gets more... Oh, shit, the microphone was struggling to pick up what I was saying. I think the noise filter might be a little too aggressive. Because I was just speaking darker and darker, and then the microphone stopped. I have no idea what that sounds like to you guys, but I'm looking at, like, the microphone settings, and it just gets more and more quiet, and then it completely turns off. Yesterday, before the stream, I was doing some singing. I hit a clean, sustained B2. That is, That is basso profondo? Is that what it's called? When it's singing below a bass register? My vocal range fucking sucks, but I do hit. I do hit deep notes. Then again, if you just do growling, you can easily hit way deeper notes than I ever have. What if the vigor tester was real? But a Vidomatic vigor tester? You mean what if it was real in the sense of like, what if it existed in real life? Or do you mean what if it was real in the sense of like, it actually worked in Fallout New Vegas? Because one of those things is already true. Wait, hold on, when you say real, do you mean that we're doing like, the vigor tester shows you your stats? Or that the vigor tester lets you allocate your stats? Because if all the vigor tester did was show you your stats, we would unlock like new levels of bigotry. There would be maximum like new levels of racism if we could just look up people's stats. That would be a terrible world to live in. But if it was like it let you allocate your stats, then that could be different. But I also do think we would have like a lot of people would be like if the Vidomatic vigor tester was real and you met someone with like 10 strength and like nothing else, I'm not. That would be kind of fucked up. Like really, you made yourself like Superman strong, but you can't do it. Maximum strength, minimum vigor. They can do 1 rep of 2,000 kilograms on the bench press, but they cannot do 2 reps of 20 kilograms. Expand on this, Alien. What do you mean? What if the vigor tester was real? Does this guy sell anything we care about? He does sell armor, which we have gotten really bad armor drops. This might actually... Ooh, the Crimson Amber Medallion. We are gonna get another Medallion slot pretty soon, too. I think we do this one. All we need to do is kill 1 boss, and then we get another slot. I don't remember how you get the 2 next slots. I just remember you get 1 from killing this guy. I think you get another one for having 2 great runes. And then the last one, I don't know. Lord Death of Murder Mountain build is crazy. That doesn't answer the question at all, but go on. Lord Death of Murder Mountain. Sounds like an Aqua Teen Hunger Force character. There's some shit up here to the left, right? Yeah, like one of those Howl's Moving Castle looking dudes. There's an Everjail here. Oh, right! That's where the Crucible Knight was. Ah. Oh, wait, shit. This lady gives us the hood that raises your vitality, or your vigor. We actually do want to do her quest, because her hood is going to be a pretty usable item for us. I don't really care about her services. I'm not planning on, using summons. I'm going to use them as little as possible. If we are going to use them, we're only going to use ones that, it uses hammers. We could go and get the place where you buy the weapon arts. It's gonna be a long time until we actually start caring about weapon art. We need to go and get some whetstones. And I am not sure what whetstone we're gonna want to use. For most of the game, are gonna use weapons that we can give any element to. I think for the entire game, we're gonna use weapons we can give any element to. And I really like Frostbite. This one has native bleed, but we are gonna be... Why was it so hard for you to hit that guy? We are gonna be using, like the Great Hammer pretty soon. The Brick Hammer, I think it's called. Which does not have native bleed. I don't like the way that guy shot me. That felt disrespectful. The Brick Hammer does not have native bleed. Don't really care about that. Oh, fuck. I can't pause the game and I gotta ban the guy selling views. No. No, I can't ban the guy selling viewers because I can't pause the video game. Do you think there are people who do like the bot selling thing, but they don't use bots to do it? They just actually go in chats. They like actually just go in chats and like ask manually. Because it would be crazy if someone showed up like that and then I was like, oh no, they are selling views. And they were like, no, I'm not. I'm just a guy. If only mods were here. I don't think there are any mods here right now. 10 strength, 1 perception, 7 endurance, 1 charisma, 1 int, 10 agility, 10 luck. You're basically like melee combat. You could turn down the perception. 1 perception, 7 endurance. Okay. Strength, agility, luck. Wait, how many points is that in total? I feel like you've gone over the maximum amount of points. Health regen. And you go health regen. Wait, aren't you gonna ask me to go to the round table hold? You do health regen and you do 1 free hit.
This tiny, this light, but now you can
Okay,
see
and
the
you're
ways
gonna tell me to go to the round table hold. Oh? You have to die like a certain amount of time, or how is it this works? And then you fade away, and we rest. You're supposed to pop up and be like, "Hey, motherfucker, let's go." Maybe she just doesn't want to. Maybe she doesn't fuck with hammer style. Okay, drink the flask. Fight the boss. I do wonder how this is gonna go, because this is like the litmus test boss. This is like the guy that checks if you know what's up. And we immediately lost our ability to tank a hit. Why did I do a heavy attack? Because it was the right thing to do. Oh, yes, I remembered to two-hand it. We're gonna need to be okay with the fact that we don't have a shield pretty soon, because the next weapon we get, we can only use it two-handed. This guy deals very little damage. You noticing that? I feel like the Leonin Misbegotten dealt more damage than this guy. I say right before he crushes my entire body with a hammer the size of a mountain. He just fucking upswinged me with his walking stick when I did a jumping attack. Oh, dude, he fucking loves jumping backwards. Oh, I thought I was dodging way too early on that one. Can you get stunned and then also get bled? No? Okay. I can't force you. Except I can. If you also get bleed on this, it was not bleed, but watch this. It's so funny to look bleed. We are doing a lot better against this guy than I thought. And even considering that we're doing kind of low damage. Oh my god, stuns back to back? I like how he had to stand up before he could die. Like, the last attack I did nothing. Don't you get 33 points to spend however you want from the get-go? I don't remember how many points the game gives you. Reach this maximum HP. It's only by 50, but... like, shit, what else are we gonna put there? That was a lot easier to... You know what? Let's go back and fight the Misbegotten. Oh, Oh, you want me to join your little book club?
To see whether
We're gonna try to save as many souls as possible for the new weapon.
Very well.
But I do want to. I don't want to fight the Leonin Misbegotten again before we go and do that. 5 on each stat and 5 extra. One thing I think Fallout 4 does better than New Vegas is the special stats at the start of the game. Fallout 4 gives you just enough points to have 5 in everything, but Fallout New Vegas lets you have more. And I kind of like it if you start out from a spot of like everything being mid. Oh, this guy's so fucking edgy and cool. I don't remember what it is you gotta do to get that guy to fight you. I think you need to have like two great seals before you can fight that guy. Hello, Twin Maiden Husk. We don't have any balls to give you. You sell the mace, which I think is a better hammer weapon than the Morningstar, but we have pretty much out-leveled it. We are not going to be using that. We're going to be using the big hammer. What is your stability? Do they have stability? I think it's guard boost. You have 52 guard boost. And you have 58! Oh my god, Swedish Shield. Actually doing some work. Not sure how I feel about the shield with the flag of Sweden on it being quite so good. Oh, the Alas. I don't remember your quest. I think you go to Volcano Manor and then you die. Sorry if that's a lot to take in, but you do look like a vampire. And this is for PvP, right? Oh, you're out here. I don't remember your staff being so fucking dripped out. I do not remember your staff looking that cool. If you spread your stats equally, you can put 3 on each stat at most. Wait, what? Are you talking about Fallout 4 or are you talking about Fallout New Vegas? You're not talking about Fallout New Vegas. You have to be talking about Fallout 4. We are not gonna get the hug because it is evil and it is... No, we will not. No, goodbye. 4. Huh, I thought 4 let you get like 5 in everything if you spread it out. So we can upgrade this, but we're not going to. If we change the ass of war, if we change the ass of war, we're not gonna do that. We need to get wet. Did we? We only got like the basic whetstone, right? Yeah, we only got the whetstone knife. We did not get the one. Did not get the one that like actually lets you do cool stuff. Okay, we could level up, but I also want to save some souls. We can upgrade the actual hammer when we get it. Like the whole point of this is that we're using hammers. We are gonna be using weapons that have hammer in the name. Which we are gonna be getting fairly shortly. I don't remember exactly where it is. But also you can tell I'm getting more and more excited because my voice is getting higher and higher pitch. It is somewhere in Stormvale Castle. Where exactly, I do not remember, but I do know that I did not remember to drink my flask. Yeah, why does this guy feel a lot harder than the boss we just fought? You are a side dude! Why are you so much faster than the guy who we murdered first try? Oh, I'm dead. How is this guy so much harder than the actual boss? Maybe we need... Wait, shit. Can we pick up those souls and then leave the arena? Because if we teleport... If we use the this thing, we'll lose all runes. Do we have something that lets us go home without using runes? I don't think we... I think if we want to save this, we gotta do it like this. How the fuck is this guy so much harder than Margit? I remember this dude being like 3 points. You just walked in, you hit R1, and then he got stunned. I think it's because the last time I fought this guy, I was using like weapons that were as big as he is. Like, right now, he does have a much larger weapon than I do. You dare how we got staggered when we hit him? I remember him always being staggered from, like, every attack. And now he feels way slower! Now that I got the build that, like, lets me die, you're being oh, I didn't drink the flask. I am home from errands. What kind of errands did you do, Proto? What kind of evil and fucked up stuff did you get up to? What absolutely heinous act have you committed? And then Proto's gonna be like, I went to the store and I bought groceries, and I'm gonna be like, well, now I feel like a bad guy. Okay, fuck the Leonin Misbegotten. Leonine? Leonidas? We are going to the castle. Went downtown? Exactly. How long does it take you to get downtown? If I want to get downtown, I walk out the front door. It is cool living downtown. Especially when my work is downtown. It takes me 5 minutes. Get to work, I just walk out the door and I'm already halfway. Like, all of the cool shit is downtown. Less than a minute on bike. Okay, that's good. Again, I don't want to spend any souls because I want to use them and actually upgrading the weapon. You are the stalker, man. You're Strelok. And I am not gonna use the main gate because that is how you get murderized. Oh, right, you don't sell me anything yet. We gotta actually make some progress before you will open your store to us. Let's just keep the Wondrous Physics ready. More important that we use this than how we use the Estus. And this place got the birds with the knives for feet. I don't remember if they have anything that we care about. Oh, hello. Sorry, I was just lighting a bonfire. You like Skrillex? You like the song Bonfire by Skrillex from the hit TV? Why did I do like a... I forgot I could do guard counters. I forgot guard counters were in the game. Maybe that's gonna make the Leonin Misbegotten fight easier, but I'm not going back there right now. Frodo, have you ever played Elden Ring? Have you ever played the video game made by From Software known as Elden Ring? The Elden Ring video game that I'm playing right now. Have you ever played this game before? It was a pretty good video game. It's got like shields in it. You're telling me this was a move I could always do, but I somehow forgot about it. Just funny, because I think I was doing that move like all the time when we were doing shield only. Did you see our guy do like a cheeky smile? Okay, we are abusing the staircase mechanics, but... Mushroom. Can a single enemy drop me like an actual piece of armor? I played Dark Souls 3, beat Gundyr, got bored. You played like 5 minutes of Dark Souls 3 and then you got bored. Wow. You started with Dark Souls 3? Starting with Dark Souls 3 is diabolical work. I started with Dark Souls 1 on the PlayStation 3, and then I played Demon Souls on the PlayStation 3, and then I played Dark Souls 2 on PC, and then I played Dark Souls 3 on PC, and then I played Elden Ring on PC, and I also played Sekiro on PC, and I have not played Armored Core. Would you rather I start with Bloodborne? I would prefer it if you started with Elden Ring, Dark Souls 1, or Demon Souls, but, like, it's your life, gamer. It's up to you. You start wherever you feel like it. Gonna get exploded. No, because he's really slow with the explosives? What the fuck? I still have never played Bloodborne. I have never in my life played the video game known as Bloodborne. I have a friend who has Bloodborne on the PlayStation 4. Pretty sure he has it on the PlayStation 4. But I have never played Bloodborne. And I want to play Bloodborne because I've heard a lot of cool shit about it. But, I'm not buying a PlayStation 4 just to play Bloodborne. So, I am chilling on playing Bloodborne until they put it on the PC. Which, please, for the love of God, put Bloodborne on the PC! I remember when we first found out about Bloodborne. It was called, like... It was called Project something. It was called, like... Its name was, like, Project... whatever. Project Beast or something. So, we first heard about it. Hello, Banished Knight. Your armor is really strong. Die. Okay, yeah, why have I not been using guard counters more? Guard counters are fucking lit. And then we do the charge. And you lived, and then you died. Gotta respect the COD piece on this guy. Beast? Yeah. How have you only played Dark Souls 3? But you know what the code word was. Enhances guard counters? But you know what the code word was for Elden Ring. I have it on CD. I have Bloodborne on PlayStation 4. Wait, how is... Why did you say you only played Dark Souls 3 when you played Bloodborne? You collect games but you don't play them? What the fuck? Is that illegal? Can someone check if this is allowed? Can someone check if this is something you can do? Sweden, what kind of laws do you guys have where this is like something that can happen regularly? I sentence you to 15 minutes of playing video games. Eat. Was there something we wanted from the guys down here, or... I think this, if you go here, there's just like one item that we don't care about. Which is a critique I've heard Elden Ring get a lot, that like you'll go through a dungeon and at the end of the dungeon will just be like an item that doesn't fit in your build. I feel like people who do that critique are ignoring the point that like you also get runes. Like every time you go in a dungeon and you fight something, you get runes, which is like the universal reward that you always get, that every character wants. I feel like something I fucked up in the DLC. Oh my god, that guy still had a hitbox. In the DLC, if you go exploring and you don't find a shadow tree fragment, which yes, that is how you pronounce that word. Breaking up, this is where it was! I didn't know the hammer was here! I didn't know this is where the hammer lived. Well, shit. Now we got our weapon that we're gonna use all the way until we get to the capital. Holy shit, it's a good thing I randomly explored over here. I thought the hammer was in, like, the room with the Spider-Man. How does your stream library look like? Asking Fresh Snow. I'm not gonna show you my Steam library, but I can tell you how many games is on it. Wait, where's the button that lets you see how many games you own? Isn't there a button that just says, like, how many games you own? How to see how many games you own on Steam. Steam Profile Game tab. Looking at your Steam Client Library. Okay, how? Click on the Games tab. Look at the top of the list to see the total number of games owned next to all. Huh? What? Hey? What? 252 games. That's on my profile. I see it on my profile? I have 93 games. I'm pretty sure I have a lot more than 93 games, but it does say I have 93 games. Which is weird, because I'm pretty sure the last time I checked, they had 200 games. Oh, no, wait. Does it count family sharing? Because I have games split across, like, I have games split across multiple Steam accounts. So I have some Steam accounts where I have, like, 200 games. I have one Steam account where I have 2 games. I have a Steam account that has Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim and Fallout 4. And that's it. That's the whole account. You don't see me. I'm not here. Except I am! That did not do as much damage as I thought. Why did I try to block? Ooh, okay, that was a lot closer than I thought it would be, but then again, this is the first time we actually used this weapon. It is pretty... Bam! 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 That is a pretty funny combo. So, I have on my main Steam account, I do have over 200 games. I guess on the streaming account, I only have like, what did I say, 93, 92 games? I have one Steam account where I literally only have games. I'm not sure if that account still exists, actually. I haven't used it in years. How many have you actually played? I have played the vast majority of games in my Steam account. I know a lot of people buy, like, they go on, like, a Humble Bundle, and they get, like, 15 games for $5, but they never play any of them. I have never done that. I only buy games, and then I play them right as I buy them. Like, I play the game, I install it, and then I buy the game, I install it, and then I play it. And that's been, like, how I always do things. So, pretty much every game, except sometimes you get, like, Half-Life 2, and then you get, like, Half-Life 2 development kit, Half-Life 2 server kit, like, stuff like that. Those situations, I obviously haven't played the games. Also, what is Barbaric Roar? Oh, also, that out of there. We're not gonna be using a shield for a while. Need to get 11 more levels in pure strength before we can use a shield with this. Except if we want to, like, hot swap between one-handed and two-handed. How is the skill? This looks like a weapon that would have a really good strength scaling. B scaling in strength. Now we do minus 60 damage. Oh, right, we can't switch to two-handing here. We go back over here. Because right now, if we wield it with one hand, we have negative scaling of 60. And if we wield it with two hands, plus 77. The difference between one and two hands is 137 damage. I saw a mod where someone is porting Morrowind to Elden Ring? What the fuck? I saw people were porting Skyrim to Morrowind. I saw that. It's called, like, Song of the Nords or something like that? Story of the Nords? Why am I, like, doing baby jumps? I don't know my jump. Oh, wait, hold on. I got something really funny on my... I gotta take a screenshot of my phone. There we go. I got a really funny alert. I got a Facebook alert that didn't say anything. The alert was literally empty. It didn't even say Facebook. I just recognized the profile picture of the person on Facebook that it was relevant to. I've never seen that before. The entirety of... No, wait, I think I've seen, like, a GIF of this, but I thought it was, like, edited? I thought it was, like, faked. Like, edited, faked, not actually real. I saw, like, a character walking around in Morrowind with, like, Elden Ring move. Like, they moved like an Elden Ring character. There should not be this many enemies here. And I thought that was, like, a fake video. Like, you see people have, like, they're playing Doom in Super Mario 64. Like, that kind of stuff. Oh my god, we are dying. They're playing Doom on, like, the Mario 64 map. I thought it was, like, edited as, like, a joke. I did not know that was real. Hold on, I can't read what you're saying. I'm too busy being murdered. You're really slow with this weapon. The guy's called Inferno Plus. He's porting Morrowind to Elden Ring. Has anyone ported Elden Ring to Morrowind? Like, you change... Like, you're playing Morrowind, but the map is Elden Ring? Has anyone done that? Where is it we want to go here? No LOL. Oh, it was worth asking. No! Wait, what the... Oh my god, I did not know you... I did not know that put you all the way down here. I did not know that put you all the way down with the desecrated tree spirit. That's crazy. I had no idea. Can you imagine if you played Elden Ring for like the first time and you saw that? You were like, what the fuck is that head? This hammer is doing a lot more damage. I think in Elden Ring, slow weapons that do a lot of damage are like, in general, ever so slightly better than fast weapons that do low damage per hit. I think the difference is pretty negligible. Because you do have, like, jumping attacks and shit that even out how long it takes to do an attack. It's kind of like in classic World of Warcraft, where you always want to use the weapon that has the highest damage per hit. A lot of weapons, a lot of skills do damage based on a percentage of your weapon's damage, and also a lot of skills just let you, like, skip the cooldown for your next hit. Okay, how much more? That is a little bit more armor. We are slowly getting, like, actual equipment. Hey, bro, you gotta be careful you don't fall off. Some scary shit down there, dog. I think the ability to see other players' phantoms is one of the best like, one of the best ideas I ever had in Dark Souls. It really makes you feel, like, less alone in such an oppressive world. Like, Dark Souls 1, especially, has such an empty world, where there's, like, fuck all, and you feel like you're completely alone in it. Which is a good thing, it's a great atmosphere. And I think just being able to see, like, 1 second of, like, okay, this fight is goofy. See, like, 1 second of someone else also, like, being on the same journey adds so much to it. Again, I think this is a very cold take. Can you die? Does this hammer only have a hitbox the moment it touches the ground? Okay, hold on. Take it slow and watch me go. There we fucking go. Okay, this maybe slow weapon can be useful. Maybe slow, maybe fast weapons aren't that bad. Maybe we should stop being rude to fast weapons. Can you drop down there? I have never thought of going in that direction for like a sequence break. Also, the only thing up here is the talisman that makes it so you deal more jumping damage, which I am not sure if we're gonna be using. I have a very tanky build right now. A very tanky build until our vigor gets so high that the seals become a detriment. I kind of hoped that the rolling attack for this was gonna be a stab. Stabbing with a hammer is a really funny, like, thing to think about. Is Exile better? Exile is slightly worse. It's usually I get, like, so many armor drops from the Godric Knights. But this playthrough, they're not giving me anything. Exile armor is pretty good. I do like the way it looks. It's not quite as good as the Godric one. Hello. I'm here to get the item that makes my jumping attacks better. Okay, and the way home here. I think this was the wrong way. I think I went the wrong way. You have to go up a different path you could go down. I think maybe you gotta go up and drop down differently than how I did. Elden Ring have added a lot more verticality that wasn't in the other Dark Souls game, and I think they do a very good job of making things be like layered on top of each other. What the fuck was that guy doing? Okay, there is a man down there. Which means there is stuff down there, but... Okay. Okay, if we can make it down, like, right below us, that would be pretty cool. I'm not sure how we get there. What do you say? Bird, oh bird, praise the bird. I have been told that the bird is the word. There is stuff over there, but I don't think we can make it. Oh shit, you can! Huh. Never knew we could go over here. Is there... That drop is gonna kill us. That drop is gonna kill us. We just go back down. I am so sure there is an actual way they want us to go from up here. I haven't been. Don't think falling down onto that tree stump is the way to go. Maybe over here. This absolutely looks like a way to go. There's a bonfire right in there. Over here is the mystery core. We just go. I think we make it as simple as possible for us. We did skip the section in the big room. Also, the bonfire is not here. The bonfire is on the other side of the killing field. Fuck. Wait, why is my lantern on? Can go and activate the elevator, which we should do, if for no other reason than it makes navigating this place later easier. I don't think we're gonna be spending too much time coming back here. Arrows, thank you. Not gonna find the big boy here. We don't really have a reason to, and they're really in. You can trash this room as much as you want to. I am not hitting you with my very large hammer. Mode 166, the bus driver had to explain to her, oh, UFO. Pretty sure that is from when we were doing the long drive. I think that is the long drive original. I was talking about when me and my family went to Lanzarote on a on vacation back when I was in middle school. And it was this lady from the airplane who got on the wrong bus, and the bus driver had to explain to her that she was on the wrong bus. And then in-game, a UFO showed up, and I was like, oh. Okay, let us go. We need level 2. I don't remember where you go to get infinity level 2. We want to fight the consecrated tree spirit? I don't think we do. I think that pickup over there is an axe. In case you haven't noticed, we're more of a blunt vibe to them. I'm trying to like brainstorm where you find the ball bearing that lets you buy infinite level 2s. Infinite level 1s and level 2s. I think it's in Liurnia, actually. Gotta go quite a bit before the game lets you have infinity of them. I expected it to be a Voices of the Void quote. Nah, if it's about a bus, it's the long drive. The long drive is the bus game. If I'm talking about a bus, it's the long drive. If I'm talking about aliens, it is usually Voices of the Void. But if it's a bus, then that takes priority, and that is the long drive. Frodo, you should consider playing the long drive. It is a very long and very boring game, which makes it perfect for streaming. Because you are forced to just podcast for like 120 hours at least. I'm thinking of doing Ting today. What thing? Are you also going to do verb? And are you going to do verb adverbly? And the Ting, is the Ting also adjective? Let's eat their blood. I have no fucking clue what video game I was playing when I said that. You think these quotes are like admissible in court? How long is it until we get... how long is it until we start heavy rolling? Well, why did the lock-on change? It didn't have any consequences, but it was scary. We're allowed to be scared of things that turn out okay. That's still allowed. Also, we might want to go and get the turtle shield. Because it gives us better stamina regen. And that would be pretty nice. One of my favorite weapons from real life, but I never use it in video games unless we're talking about Rome Total War 2. We're not gonna go down this whole path. We will later to activate the Great Room, but right now there's no reason for it. Thing is what you are doing right now, but I wanted to be subtle as to not seem rude. Do you mean that as in specifically Elden Ring, or do you mean that as in, like, stream in general? Specifically play Elden Ring, or specifically... unspecifically stream? Sorry, dude, I gotta kill your dog, man. Listen, dude, I'm sorry. I just gotta kill your dog real quick. Oh my god, you killed your own dog! Can you break open this thing? You have an attack that you can do to break this whole shit wide open, and I need you to do it. Do the attack where you break this thing open. This is one of, like, the hardest things to do in the game, is just have this guy break this thing open. He is meant to destroy this statue, and he just fucking refuses to do it. I'm not sure if it's literally only this enemy that can do it. But as far as I know, he is the one. Try Giant. Oh, we might need to use the Giant, actually. I might just be completely wrong. Sorry, dude. I know I killed your dog. Well, actually, you killed your dog, but... You're not big enough, so I'm gonna go need to get, like, a Giant. Okay with you? Stream in general? I want to set up a schedule, to be honest. Why are you spreading it like that, dude? Come on. There are adults who think like kids watching. What is it they say in... What is it they say in... Is it South Park? Where they say, like, this should not be watched by kids or adults who act like kids? Or am I thinking about a different show? I thought it was South Park in the intro. Okay, so we're gonna need to go and get the Giant. I don't remember what is inside there. For a second there, I got scared that I've been leveling dexterity instead of strength. Streaming with a schedule is definitely the way to go, because it lets regulars know when you're gonna be live. Which, helps out a lot with, like, viewer retention. Sorry, doggy, I gotta kill your owner. Some people call it owner, some people call it master, and I do not consider those two people to be, like, equal. Saying that you are your pet's master is kind of weird. Saying that you're your pet's owner is more... I feel that's the more moral way of doing it. Oh, you're not one of the guys that explodes with a barrel. You are one of those guys that is annoying. You know, maybe guard counter is the way to go! Unless this bird just fucking kills me. Why did I do a jumping light attack? Jumping light attacks have never worked. But he's blocked in! What is the hitbox of this weapon? What is the hitbox of the bird, actually? This is funky. In Sweden, we say husse or matte, depending on gender. Or, like, the person who owns a pet? Or is this for something else? Yes, okay. It was one of the few times I asked an or question, and a yes or no answer actually makes sense. You cannot ask Twitch chat a question with or in it, because they will give you a yes or no answer, and it will not be helpful at all. I think the secret to this guy is you have to stand still and do a jumping heavy attack. You can't do a jumping heavy attack while moving, because he moves too much himself. You gotta stand still and let him come to you. If a woman is the owner of a cat or dog, they are considered that pet's matte. Okay, in Norwegian, matte means math. Like mathematics. Okay, you killed that guy. We can hang out because we kind of had like the same fit at the start of the playthrough. But you don't use hammers. You're like an axe merchant, so we're not gonna hang out with you. Same. Kind of fucked up that in the Scandinavian languages, matte means mathematics and mat means food. When I was a kid, I was like, what the fuck does 2 + 2 have to do with food? A giant, apparently we need you to break the statue. Even though I thought it was the omen the whole time. Come on. Come on. You're gonna help me break open a statue. You're gonna help me break open this universe's version of the Mona Lisa. I don't know what's in it. I don't know if it's worth desecrating a piece of art, but technically you're gonna be the one breaking it. I'm just gonna be encouraging you, which makes me completely innocent. Bro, what's like the use of all these barricades if the giant just walks through them? He is pretty good at following. A lot of video games, you try to kite something like this, do you have like anti-kite technology? This guy though, he knows how to follow. Oh. Thank you. Free item. Okay, and then right over here, can you please crush this with your giant hand? Holy shit, it worked! What is it? 5 smithing stones level 1? Hey, yo. Okay, and then we're not gonna do the free weak point hit. I think we're gonna do more damage just hitting him like this. Smacking him in the ankles and the testicles. Even though he doesn't have any. And one more? Knew it. Okay, this time we're gonna... Isn't there in Elden Ring, the weak points on the enemies, they glow orange, or like yellow-orange. Is there not one guy in Elden Ring who has like a different colored glow? I might be confusing this with Monster Hunter Wilds again, because they have the hardened wounds that glow blue. I'm pretty sure that there is like an Elden Ring enemy where the weak point glows a different color. Matte is Swedish for 2 words, mat and mother. So if you have an animal, if you're a lady with a pet, you say that you are that pet's mom? I think that might be morally superior than to say you are its owner, and it's definitely superior than saying you are its master. A ghost and he's Norwegian? We're talking about Macaulio. We're only they dems in this stream. We're they them, she, her, she, they. I've met people whose pronouns are she, them. I have not met a person whose pronouns are they, her. You never see that combo. Gussa means master, actually. Oh, okay, so the men are morally abhorrent, but the ladies are okay. As a Swede who calls their mother matte, sorry, they're a Norwegian. There we go, thank you. You can make fun of my nationality, just make sure you use the correct pronouns while you're doing it. It's me, and it's Swedes, and it's Romanians. This is a very European chat right now. Sorry, pot friends, but you gotta die. Weed is illegal, we gotta destroy the pots. Hello, big pot man. I forgot you have, like, no health for your statue. And also, you're full of intestines. In case you guys don't notice, the pots are filled with dead people. Like, the inside of the pots is corpses. They eat people. Boba! You're going home. Boba's on the way home. I'm not sure if Boba's gonna stream more today. She was streaming earlier. She finished streaming pretty much right when I started streaming. Not sure if she's gonna be doing, more streaming. Well, let me move some things around. Let me just take a minute to move like icons and shit around on my desktop. I'm a big fan of just sitting on my desktop and moving like PNGs and MP4s around. I think more people should spend more time just like haplessly moving stuff around their desktop. Coolio redeemed Sweden. Hey, Coolio, you missed it, but we had a Swedish shield earlier in the playthrough. We were walking around with this shit earlier in the playthrough, and luckily we got a weapon that forces us to use it with 2 hands. I don't want to put for your orientation to stream professional. Felt Russian high side. It's all good. It's all good. It's okay. We had there was some embarrassing miscommunications on my side, and I am cringing at what happened, and I would prefer it if we don't talk about it. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. Let us... 23. We already need 5,000 level up. Okay, let's go fight the big man. Let's go fight the guy who is very large and also of being the evil. This guy isn't even that large. Hold on, Boba is DMing me while I'm doing a boss fight. You got strawberry tea. Wait, this is the tea that she was... me and Boba were trying to get strawberry tea the last time I was in Singapore, and we didn't end up getting it. This is like a callback. Then we send a sticker and another sticker, and that's how you do it. Okay. First real boss of the game. How is this gonna go? We both did jumping attacks and we both hit each other. What if we just trade hits the whole fight? And this guy, we definitely do want to use the special attacks on. Does this guy have 2 health bars? Or is it when... or is it half health that he transforms? Oh shit, I have no HP. I was not looking at my H-bar. Oh, I was not paying attention. Yo, I was not paying attention to my HP. I said let's just trade hits with this guy, and then we kinda did. Attempt number 2. It's only 2,000 souls still, right? So I'm gonna pick it up. Souls are called runes. I wasn't sure if that attack had like a shockwave effect. It is 3 jumping attacks to get him stunned. I'm not sure if it stays like that the entire fight, or if it's like... fuck. Or if it's like every time it does a jump, every time it gets stunned, it gets like more stun resistant. Like, is this Monster Hunter style, or is this something else? Also, I'm not sure how I feel about this guy having, like, wind power, but then he puts a dragon on his arm and gets fire power. So why is Bro allowed to double dip? Well, I can't understand a dragon having both, like, wind and fire. Wait, are we gonna do the thing? Okay. Sometimes the first hit you do when you do that triggers, like, this cutscene, and so the second hit that's, like, supposed to do a lot of damage does nothing. Okay. Just fucking walked into the fire. Oh, and we start the face off with a stun. Let's go. By the way, if you guys are hearing like phone notification noises, that's Boba sending me Telegram messages. That is not your fault. Oh shit. What was it you pressed to get out of this early? I don't think there is. I think Dark Souls 1 is the only game that has like, you can get out of grabs early by spamming buttons. But remember which ones? Fuck! Oh, I got grabbed once and then comboed. Okay, we run it back one more time. We are really close to beating. We can probably actually go and upgrade the hammer now that I think about this. You got it, Freshno? Okay, now I am the Swedish people telling me I got this. Now I'm feeling concerned. Are you just saying that because you want to see me keep failing? You're saying that because you actually believe. Didn't take the clean hit because I wanted to get the souls. Show that boss who's boss because I believe genuinely. Okay. Oh, Jesus, and then there's the delay. Elden Ring really likes giving bosses delayed follow-ups. Is that a stun? No, that was a stagger. Oh, no, that was a face change. Huh. That was a really fast phase 1. That was a really, really fast phase 1. Nice. This time we're not gonna run into the fire? Do you always get a stun this early in phase 1? Or am I just very lucky? Phase 2, I mean. Oh, and now we won't get comboed by the fire and the flames. Okay, hold on. This guy is the charged, you stun, charged heavy, and then a jump attack. That would have killed me if I didn't dodge it? Okay, no, it's not. No! Okay, hold on. This attack should not kill me. And then we should be able to kill him. Did he just try to do the grab twice in a row? Eat. I think we crushed his knee. I think the actual attack that killed him was we smashed his knee in. We did it! Yay! Whoa! We killed him. Faith in Race of Gold? You mean like the shit that I got flying around my head? Okay, let's watch him get stomped the fuck out. This is one of my favorite scenes in the game. Kill the guy? Rest of the bonfire? And then boom.
What a pathetic excuse for a lord you were. Oh,
Like if that guy gave you a lot of trouble and then you just see this, it has to be so satisfying. I wouldn't know because he's never given me a lot of trouble. Okay. That guy doesn't have anything to care about. We're gonna be spending our souls on upgrading this thing. We need 2 great runes to get into the capital. We're gonna be able to get after Liurnia. I am pretty sure having pretty sure this build is gonna be pretty good in Liurnia. Lady, if I remember correctly, is very weak to just physical damage. Good game. I think every Great Soul boss in this game has like an Easter egg if you go back to the boss arena after you kill them. This guy gets stomped. The Liurnia lady lets you, you know, re-roll your character. The, by the way, do you guys know that's an eyeball? You guys, some of you people might not know this, but, this is an eyeball. That is a person's eyeball. Rykard gets like, he just becomes like a face on the ground. Radon, I actually don't remember if anything happens to Radon. Millennia has like the big flower. I think the flower spawns in the other room and not where she is, but where's the flower? I don't think we're gonna do Frenzied Flame, but I am gonna give her one of the, which I think is the most evil thing we can do. We give her like just proof that she's correct, but we're not gonna help her to the point of actually she fulfills her dreams. You will not get to see something like this in an Unreal Engine 5 game. If this was Unreal Engine 5, the things that are far, far away would be absolutely like smushed together and muddy. Like Unreal Engine 5, for some fucking reason, if something is like 2 meters away, it just gets like smushed and muddy and completely washed out. And I think the game that does it the worst is Stalker 2. I love Stalker 2, but like, Jesus Christ, in that game, things will, if you look at like trees in front of you, it just looks like mud. I think that's an issue with upscaling. You play a game like Elden Ring or Genshin Impact and things actually look kind of cool from a distance. Hello! Are you gonna give me a piece of armor? I feel like at this point we might just be worth it to go to like a dungeon that has armor in. That was a pretty satisfying combo. That was a pretty fun combo to do. Do you guys throw the pots that make it so I can't heal, or what is it, the things you guys throw do? Is it just magic damage? I think these guys might have the thing that makes it so you can't heal. That should not have been a backstab. I was aiming at his shoulder. Smoldering butt Earthfly. You know, their names are butterflies. I don't think I have ever heard someone make a joke where they say ass fly instead of butterfly. It feels like there's an obvious joke you can make in there, but I have literally never heard anyone make a joke like that. Might just be because it's not funny. Still, there's some, like, untaken territory there for an original joke. Okay, we're not leveling up. We are gonna go and upgrade our weapon. What was the quick button to do this? You go... Hold on, let me see if I remember the combo. You sit down, and then you do select triangle down? No, select triangle X. Sorry, select YX is what you do to instantly go through round table hold. You used to have that on. Oh shit, we didn't do your quest. Her hat is kind of good because it gives you more vigor, which is always a nice thing to have until we get to like 40. We didn't do it. We kind of just skipped the room where you do that. We can go back and do it, but I don't want to. Okay, need 4. Oh, that cost us like no point. You can't buy the stones, right? They're not available for purchase, right? You need to get the ball peddler's ball bearing. Pretty sure. Let us level up. And then we go and activate the Great Rune. Fight the lion creature. 26 strength? Pretty good. We need 31 to one-hand the weapon. I'm not sure if we want to one-hand it or if we want to two-hand it. Who did sell? Lift side. Which one of these is the close? I'm trying to remember the path. What the fuck is the way to go there? I'm like running it backwards in my head. Oh no, it is I think it's a secluded cell, because you have to walk back towards the main entrance. And then it's, this was not where I thought it was. This is not the fast travel point I thought it was. You have to go, to the lift side chamber. You have to go towards the main entrance. Can we just run past everyone? You'll be able to run past the Omen. I don't even think he's gonna aggro. These guys have, like, a lot of firepower, but I think they're all pretty poorly positioned to do anything. I think we can just go. Like, they did not expect someone to come from behind. These guys, though, with the actual ballista, are dangerous. There's not that many of them, and if we just keep sprinting, we should be fine. Hello. Bye. I do like the halberds these guys have. Like, the pole axes some of these guys use are pretty cool. Lion Man. We are gonna go past you. Then I think there is a Site of Grace right here. Yeah, okay, sweet. I want to kill the lion guy. I don't remember what he drops. You remember that he was like a pretty annoying dude to fight? And I don't think he drops anything useful. I think the version of him you find in Kaled might have something cool, but I don't think this guy... has anything valuable. These axes are cool, I like it. I really like halberds. Halberds are like... pole weapons in general are like the coolest looking weapons to me. Especially like the Chinese ones, like a Guandao. Guando, I actually don't know how to pronounce it, but... I think that's pretty cool. What if we just do this instead? 400 damage exact. You know what? This guy doesn't seem that bad. And then watch him do like a combo that just one-taps me. Why is that exactly what's happening? I just don't think this guy is like, well... I don't think this guy is good at fighting things that just do like very high aggression jumping attacks. I feel a lot of this guy's attacks are very ground level. Yeah, that wasn't actually that hard at all. Amber Smithing Stone. We are not gonna need that. There's one hammer weapon in the game, which has hammer in the name. Uses somber smithing stones. And you get it from the last boss. You literally won't be able to use it in the playthrough. Can we pop some soul? Ooh! We are not gonna be using any of this. We are absolutely just gonna eat that for some free levels. We're not gonna copy it though. You wanna copy the souls that give you... I'm gonna copy the remembrances that give you the most souls. And you are limited in how many copy. I do think remembrance copying is a very cool mechanic. But, I also wish there was enough of the Colosseums that you could copy every remembrance. You could copy all the remembrances. Why is that such a hard thing to say? Unfortunately, there isn't. I think there are way fewer Colosseums than there are places to copy remembrances. We have to kill Guy 1 before Guy 2 gets over here. Which is seeming less and less likely. It actually seems quite likely that Guy 1 just murders us before Guy 2 even, like, fully wakes up. Oh, shit! And then there's Guy 3 in the background! With a bow! Okay, I think... Ow! I think, and therefore I am... No, I think we go and kill Mr. Bowman first. See if we can do that again. You can just, shoot before your friends get over here. They are very slow, but watch them go. And this is the foot that's safe. The other foot puts you way too close to, where the arrow lands. And this should kill him. These are very weak if you hit the weak spot. The deal is that these two guys actually were ankled with it. Golem Grateful, is that a guaranteed drop? Oh, wait, they damage each other? Oh, cool. Can I make it fall over? No. This might be very dumb. He knocked over his bro. Did you just kill your friend? 5,556 damage? That last damage was the one in his heart from his brother betraying him. That one damage that stopped it from being 4 5s was straight from the heart. And the reason the second guy also took that much damage is because he realized what he did to his friend. Poor guy. There's a scarab thing you can pick up here. I don't remember what it does, but I'm not gonna touch that. I'm just gonna go and get the Great Rune activated. Which, in-game, it says that you get, like... Let me just... Because doesn't the Great Rune say that... If you activate the Great Rune, it says that you get the benefit of the Great Rune. Even when it is not active, you just get, like, a lesser benefit. That just isn't true. The game does not, like... You don't get the benefit of anything if you have an unactivated, like, if you have a Great Rune equipped, but you don't use, like, the... We don't have any. Okay, we don't have any of them, but the item that gives you, like, the rune activation, if you don't use one of those, you don't get a benefit from the Great Rune, even though in-game it says that there is, like, there is a benefit to it. I'm gonna show you when we actually... Here. A slow-ass elevator. Then again, it is made of stone. On fire. I've always thought it's weird how you have, like, that straight line where the ocean cuts off. But other than that, I feel like every place in Elden Ring where you can just look out and see the world is absolutely fantastic. The game has so many beautiful vistas. Hello, I would like to activate the power of the Great Rune. There we go. And now, if you go to the inventory and you read what this thing does... Okay, never mind, it doesn't say it. Fuck me, then. I'm a liar? It just doesn't say the thing I thought it said? Am I stupid? Maybe it's in, like, a tutorial screen it says it. Because I was sure there was, like, a pop-up that said, like... I was sure there was a pop-up that said, like, the Great Rune gives you a benefit, even when it's not equipped. I was sure there was, like, a pop-up. I've heard other people say that in, like, Elden Ring reviews. Pointing out that it says it does something, but then it does nothing. Is that 29 strength? That is 30 strength. Okay, one more level and we can one-hand this thing. Or, hold on. We get more strength because we have the seal. Means we can put on the Swedish shield again. I'm gonna see how this works. I think doing guard counters is gonna be pretty good. It kind of nullifies how slow the weapon is if you can do, like, the really fast guard counters. Also, you guys are annoying. Why are we doing this? I don't even know what you guys are supposed to be, because you're, like, Raya Lucaria rejects? Come on, hit my shield. Hit my shield? Not a grab attack. Oh, and then you don't do the grab attack. Okay, you know what? I'm going bug mode. I'm squishing you guys like you were bugs. It's kind of funny, because in real life, I don't like squishing bugs. I feel bad about destroying creatures that are so small. Like, every time I'm in a situation where there is a bug, I don't want to destroy the bug, because I feel like, considering the size difference, you guys get what I mean. Like, I'm 2 million times bigger than the bug is. I am in control of the situation. There are ways for me to solve the bug encounter without murdering the bug. I always feel a little bad about, like, destroying it. It's like if you were talking to a kid, and the kid was being annoying, and you decided, well, I'm just gonna punch the kid in the face. I'm like, homie, you are several times bigger than the kid is. There are ways for you to solve this without violence. I really feel it when it comes to bugs, because they are tiny. There are some sound effects in Elden Ring. This is back to Pal World talking. There's some sound effects in Elden Ring that have like this glistening noise. I'm not really sure how to explain it, but like a shiny sounding noise is pretty much the exact same sound effect they use in Pal World for... Oh, this is where the snake lady lives. Hello. Do we care about going to Volcano Manor early? I don't think we do. I don't think we're actually gonna help her. We don't gain anything from early Volcano Manor. I'm gonna get to the capital as soon as possible, but Volcano Manor, that doesn't really do anything for us. There's this noise of like something glistening or shining or whatever they have in this game, which is the exact same noise they use in Pal World for when there's a lucky pal nearby, which is pretty much the shiny equivalent of pals. Every time I hear that noise, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta lock in. Gotta find a lucky pal. There's a lucky pal somewhere. By the way, I probably should have asked this before we got like 3.5 hours into the stream, but the audio's okay, right? The audio's fine. There's nothing like abhorrently wrong about the audio. I'm looking at the audio level right now and it looks pretty good, but in a boss fight, that could pretty quickly like flip upside down. Ugh. I should do a stream where I just speak in like the deepest voice I can. I gotta like test out and see what the deepest voice microphone will like consistently pick up is, and then just try to do a whole stream talking like... When I talk like that, a lot of people will be like, oh my god, Freshno, careful with your voice, don't destroy your voice. Talking in like a very low register does less damage to your voice than like speaking in a high-pitched one. I'm not sure why that is, that like a low voice puts less strain on your voice than a high-pitched one does. But just speaking in like a low tone, of course, if you have to put in effort to speak in like a low tone of voice, then that is gonna be... Oh, shit. Oh, he burned his friends! Then that is gonna be bad. Like, if you have to put, like, effort into speaking really low, like, if you're growling, then, yeah, of course, that's not gonna be good for you. But if you can speak in, like, a natural feeling way, in, like, a really low register, it does less damage to your throat than speaking in, like, a high-pitched one. Is the aiming wrong on the flamethrower? It looked like the flamethrower was shooting to the left when he was aiming to the right. Also, I got the shield equipped, but I haven't done a single guard counter. Oh wait, there's one of those big-ass chariots up here, right? Brass shield! You don't need to use the Swedish one anymore. It's a little heavier, but it looks a lot better. This is like the Swedish shield if you washed off the blue. We're only left with like the gold underneath. These guys love throwing glintstone shit. You think the mages is like, haha, those guys can't use spells, they have to like use glintstone grenades to do magic damage? I haven't been reading up on like the lore of what the Carrion mages were like, but I could absolutely see them being like arrogant. Could absolutely see that being part of the lore. I don't remember the last time I actually walked through this area and cleared it out. This is like #1 location for just running through. Smithing is on level 3? I still need to get level 2s. Okay, big ass fucking chariots. Let's do this. Tiny fucking baby level flamethrower. Oh my god, it does a lot of damage for a baby level flamethrower. I'm sorry. That did a lot more damage than the fire looked like it would. Maybe we should just go get the key. Like, there's no point in coming here before you get the key. We should just go and get the key first. Then we come back here. That does mean we have to kill the dragon. Do we even have to commit dragon murder? I don't think so. The key is just on the ground. Killing the dragon gets you a sorcery, right? This game, like, Dark Souls 1 is the only game in the series where pyromancies do not have requirements, right? Because in all the other Souls games, if you want to use pyromancy, you need, like, a certain stat level, fate, int, whatever. It's only Dark Souls 1 where it's free. You can use, like, Great Chaos Fireball without leveling any stats, right? I know you can do that in Dark Souls 1. My question is Dark Souls 1 the only one where it's like that? Is there not a... There is a bonfire here. I knew it. We're doing bow only. We use this to farm bleeding arrow. You can craft bleed arrows by taking, like, the flowers and shit that grow at the church up here. I don't think we have a reason. See, the thing with Elden Ring is that I can make a reason. I can make, like, a logical reason for skipping every single fight in the game. The problem is if we do that, we're gonna be horribly under-leveled for, like, the actual challenging stuff in the game. Did we get knocked off the horse? Yeah, we did. Hello. Am I crazy, or are there 2 guys we have to fight in here? I think there's only 1. Also, I am acting like I don't have a shield. Let's fix that. Let's kill the guy with a guard counter. He didn't even hit the shield! Let's kill this guy with a guard counter, and then he doesn't even hit the shield. Oh, can't blame that one on me. That was he that missed. Is there a bleed dragon in Elden Ring? There are dragons that do, like, everything in this game, but I don't think there's a single dragon in Elden Ring that's bleedful. Fire dragons, there's plenty. Magic dragons, yeah. Frostbite dragons, yeah. I don't think there's one single dragon in Elden Ring that's bleedful. There's Scarlet Rot dragons, there's the Death, whatever it's called, dragons. But I don't think there's one single dragon in the game that actually does bleed damage. That's like the only... Is there a poison dragon? Poison dragon to me says boss fight, but I think that's just because of Dark Souls 2. You got the Crown of the Sunken King. Final boss there is a dragon that does fire and poison. Fire and poison, and then lightning and ice. We're doing like maple story element combos here. Hello, dragon. Do we want the shield fighting a dragon? I think we want to just two-hand. That did a lot less damage than I hoped. Don't immediately do a breath attack. Okay, he did, but it's okay. You don't shoot, like, fire, right? You shoot, like, a big projectile? No, you shoot fire. Okay. I think it's the one that you meet after the... I think it's one you meet next to Ronnie's house that shoots, like, spells and shit during fucking Minecraft. Again, Torrent takes damage there, but we don't. You do the breath attack? Oh no, you have that attack. You just don't use it that much. You have to be close to getting knocked down. This one was fine. We know the timing. Wait, that hit? Go. Is there an item in the game? Well, I do think the game is too loud during boss fights, actually. Is there an item in the game that makes it easier to stun enemies? I think there is an item in the game that makes it so you do more poise damage. And I think poise damage and stunning is pretty much the same thing. Okay, that dodge felt way late to me, but it worked, so we take those. Yeah, this guy has very little poise. We don't do bleed anymore, which is not optimal, but okay, dodge very late. We don't do bleed anymore, but we are doing a lot more damage, and I'm pretty sure this thing does a lot more poise damage. And that's gonna be it for Smaragd. Smaragd? I think Smaragd is the name of a gemstone in Norwegian, actually. And it's another guy that has to get back to, like, the idle animation before he actually dies. A couple of dudes in this game who, when you do damage to them, like enough damage to kill, they don't die until they get back to, like, their idle animation. I'm not sure what's up with that. I just think they don't have, like, an animation from going from knocked over to dead. There's a kid screaming outside my window. There's a kid screaming outside my window going like, Dad, Dad, look, look. You live right outside of a cinema, so sometimes when there's like a kids movie showing, they will be like super excited about it. And you just hear like kids screaming and being like excited. Okay, I think this is... I don't think we need to fast travel to the American history. There's a crab up there that drops something. I don't remember what it is, but I remember, like, every time I played this game, I want to get what it is that crab drops. I do not remember what it is. That's like Hoarfrost Stomp, then... oh, shit. But it drops something. Okay, we're just gonna run past you guys now. I don't want to fight you. I got bullied by the chariot. I don't want to deal with that right now. Let me just get my runes. Let me get through the shield thing. Hello, Mr. Chariot. Does the chariot damage the other guys? I think it does. I think it's kind of wild. If an enemy kills an enemy, we get the runes from it. Feels a little unearned. Whatever, I'm not gonna complain about free runes. I think we have to kill the Crystallians underneath Raya Lucaria to get the ball bearing, the stone bearers, ball bearing, whatever the fuck it's called. I think we need to kill the Crystallians underneath Raya Lucaria to get that. I think those are the guys that drop it. I have seen so many videos of people doing Elden Ring PvP up here. I did not know this was like the go-to area for Elden Ring PvP. I just realized I don't know where the other medallion is for the Great Lift. I got half of it. I don't remember where the other half is. Yeah. Okay. I think this is gonna have to be where we end things for today. Let's get a lit. Now that we got 31 strength, let's put some in here. I think this is gonna be where we end things off today with the bald man hammer time. Oh, a lot of fun. Elden Ring is a really good video game. I like playing Elden Ring the video game. Elden Ring video game is really funny. Yay. Okay. You can always go on for 30 more minutes. I got, like, real-life stuff to do. I got work tomorrow. I don't want to go to work tomorrow. Also, coming from the guy that only streams 2 hours at a time. Nah, but... boom. There's the socials. Discord if there's another stream. If the stream is canceled. If the stream is delayed. If anything like that happens. And all the VODs go up on YouTube. Before I go, I want to give a quick shout out, a quick thank you to everyone who came by and watched the stream and listen in, and all the lurkers. We love the lurkers. I'm gonna be back on Saturday. Take whatever time it is right now for you, minus 3.5 hours, and that is when I'm gonna be live on Saturday. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope to see you all there, and